Wizard with the pen, I'm learning life. My face is divine, words inspire in perfect time. Nurtured right, them man there be learning lines, rehearsing life. Trust me, far from certified. Acting while you sleep, I'm working nights. I want all the ups to feel like that Jurgen guy on Merseyside.
Yes, guys. Yes, people. Welcome back to another live stream, another transfer update video. And I swear down, the rumours are getting crazier and crazier by the day. We're linked with fucking Aubameyang. Literally, I did not expect us to be linked with Aubameyang, but I can't lie, I would still take him. He is still better than what we have. But yeah, plenty to get into. Thank God I didn't stream last night because that looked like absolute chaos. Cucurella was announced and then he wasn't announced. And then Brighton literally turned on Fabrizio and said like he pulled the gun a bit too early. But we all call him a tapping merchant. So I don't blame him for trying to go for a long shot this time. But he weren't wrong either. Cucurella is coming. Like, I'm so glad I didn't stream last night because we would have all been panicking. And we would have been panicking over nothing. But we'll delve into that. We'll talk about the Fofana situation. De Jong's here again, but it feels again like another repost until I hear something different. But yeah, a lot to get into today. Big up everyone that's locked in. We've got over 150 of you guys in here already. Run the likes up. Let's get to 100 likes in the first 10 minutes. Hit the subscribe button if you guys haven't done so already. We are on the road to 30k and we're not crawling there either. Be like, people are actually subscribing. So big up to all you guys who are subbing. Hit the bell notification button as well. What was the last one? Also, if you guys want your comment to be read out and if you want to help the channel as well, drop a super chat. But I won't tell you to do it. That's only if you guys want to. Big up everyone. Ilyas, Anonymous, saying don't die for Nash. No, I was out at a football terrace event. Let's not do that. Big up Pedro. Big up Treble George. Spandan, Ilyas, Nims. Big up yourself, my guy. Yeah, that is literally it. That's literally it. So please, nobody panic. Cucurella's done. We don't even have to shit ourselves about it. The amount of panic that was going on last night, especially because I saw a Gerard Romero quote saying Barca are linked with someone, but if I say it's going to cause a tsunami. And I did think for a second, these motherfuckers are going to do it again, aren't they? Where the fuck do they get their money from? But no, we don't need to be paranoid. We don't need to be worried or anything like that. Cucurella is coming. I think he's already doing the medical. Everything's been agreed. Fees been agreed. Personal terms agreed. It's all about getting Levi Colwill across the line. And then we're all going to be happy. Brighton have a centre-back. We have a wing-back / a centre-back. No one's complaining. Nobody's complaining. You might want to check the new Pies tweet. Okay, so what's Pies said? What's Pies said? Athletic understands that the reported fee of 52.5 million falls below Brighton's asking price. There's also no agreement in place for Levi Colwill. What do they mean by agreement? So what? Neither fee has been agreed. Two different sources saying two completely different things. Like, what the fuck, man? Okay, let me pull this up on the screen. Like, I'm still not that worried, but maybe that means we're not as close to an agreement as we thought we were. Because that does not make sense compared to everything else we've read. The Athletic understands that the reported fee of 52.5 million falls below Brighton's asking price. There is no agreement in place for Levi Colwill. Brighton have not sanctioned a medical for Cucurella, despite reports. Talks continued this night and this morning for Levi Colwill, currently thought to be what's holding the deal up. Yo, Fabrizio might have gone for a long shot and missed. He might not have even scored. That is mad. So what is happening then? Is the deal being held up because of Colwill, or have we not just fully reached an agreement, or what? Like, Fabrizio's still saying both of the deals are going to be agreed, and he's doubled down on what he said too. Like he said, I'm keeping my here we go, Cucurella to Chelsea, Levi Colwill will join Brighton, wait and see. And, like, it feels that way, even though, like, the other reports are saying otherwise. I don't have any reason to believe we're losing this deal. There isn't another club linked with him. Maybe Fabrizio's jumped the gun. Maybe he has, but it still doesn't mean the deal isn't going to happen. So still, I wouldn't be that worried about it. Maybe Fabrizio, like Timo Werner said, hit the post. It's as simple as that. Needs to be a little VAR check to see if it crossed the line or something. But again, I still wouldn't panic. I wouldn't panic. That surprised me. I'll be real about it. I did not see that coming, but I believe it's happening. Like, everything's progressed fast. I think maybe we're still just sorting out the final bits and pieces, but that'll be it. Cucurella should still be a Chelsea player. I wouldn't have any reason to worry too much. I feel like, again, like Aaron's saying, it is just the Colwill situation is a lot further back than the Cucurella situation is. Is what it is. Just give it a couple days. Like, I know we all want Cucurella sorted before the Everton game. Maybe it's a bit unrealistic, but it is what it is. Here's the thing, I could still be a bit confident about Fabrizio, especially because he is still doubling down on it. He could easily turn around and say he had a bit of an error. And I do think you save a bit of face if you admit it too. But he's doubling down on it, he's saying it's done. I've got no reason to believe it's not done. Well, I won't say done, because the medical obviously needs to be done, but I believe the deal is still going ahead. I think that's the better way of saying it. Cucurella's agent like to hear we go tweet as well. There we go. There we go. A lot of people want to talk about Aubameyang. Cool. Let's go into that. Right, let me see if there's any more things from The Athletic. Okay, so The Athletic understands that head coach Graham Potter does not want any distractions as he prepares the side for Sunday's opening Premier League fixture against Man U at Old Trafford. Contrary to reports, Brighton have not agreed a deal with Chelsea for Cucurella or sanctioned a medical. The Athletic understands a quoted figure of 52.5 million is below the club's asking price. There is also no agreement in place for the clubs between the clubs for Chelsea's defender Levi Colwill. That would be a separate deal. A 24-year-old Spanish left-back handed in a transfer request amid interest from City, but the reigning Premier League champions have pulled out after falling well short of Brighton's valuation. I will say, it does feel like they just continue to stretch the goalposts with this sort of move. Because first it was 50 would be okay. Then no, it's now we need 50 and a replacement. Now it's like, no, we need over 52 million and we need a replacement as well. What do they want? That's the biggest thing. Like, what do they want in this sort of situation? Because this should have been done very quickly, but they continue to stretch the goalposts. I still think the deal goes ahead. Because he's a versatile signing that strengthens Chelsea in terms of centre-back depth and in terms of wing-back as well, because we're not too sure about Ben Chilwell and what position he is going into the season. But I don't know why Brighton are acting tough and everything for. It's weird, but the deal should still be going ahead. I'm not too worried. They're just being long about it. I can't lie, Brighton are taking the piss a little bit. But I don't blame them. It is late in the window too. So I understand we have to overpay. It's the same energy that I said for Fofana. So I'm not too surprised. Not too surprised, but I'm a little bit surprised. Okay, so this deal just sums up our summer. Yes, long. Fucking long. Fucking long, man. I think they just don't want to sell him and soon will just pull out and refuse to sell. It doesn't make sense, though, because it's not like we're giving them a bum. Colwill is a very good prospect, and he will have the game time at Brighton to fully realise his potential. So it's not like we're just taking the player and leaving them with nothing. I think it's a very fair deal for Brighton. Yeah, maybe the buyback clause isn't the best thing for them. It still means we could pull him back within a few years. But then they make profit on that too. So I don't understand. I don't understand. What are we saying? Any more comments on Colwill and Cucurella, or should I just move to the Aubameyang stuff? Michi to Wolves, Lewis. What are we saying? Yes. Even if it's just a 1-year loan deal and it's not a permanent thing, go. Because if it means that we have less options, it means we have to go into the market and get an option. And any option we get would be better than Michy Batshuayi in 2022. So yes, take him immediately. I'm 100% here for it. Everyone's going to trust Fabrizio more than... Yeah, here's the thing. Like, I'm not worried about Cucurella. I do think like this situation is getting longed out, but I feel like it's just breeding a bit of impatience as well. Like, the deal will be completed. I would be very surprised if we lose Cucurella at this point. Very surprised. So I'm not too worried. I'm really not. It just means we're not going to have it announced by tonight or tomorrow like we thought it was going to be. But, oh well. It is what it is. It's late in the window. Don't expect anything to be straightforward at this point of the summer window. Because these lot, even though they're going to get, what's his name? Colwill, they're still going to be looking for a replacement too. Longed out? No, because it's like, we've been in these sorts of talks for the last 2 to 3 days, and it looked like it was going to be a quick deal. Like the Koulibaly transfer. Now, it looks like it's going to take a bit longer than that. And it's still not that deep. Like, I'm not that fussed about it. I still think Cucurella's coming to us, so I don't really care too much. I just want to see what the final fee is going to be. And what do Brighton actually want from Chelsea in this deal? Because it feels like they're continuously spreading the goalposts. But whatever it is, we have to pay above the buck. So it is what it is. People say Michy and Adama straight swap. I would be all over that. Would Wolves? I wouldn't blame them if they wouldn't. But I'd be all over that personally. Ben Jacobs said on the football terrace that's either Frankie de Jong or Fofana. Not both. But I mean, let me know what you guys would say in the comment section as to either or. Like, for bringing in Fofana and Cucurella means that our back five is completely strengthened, and it means we're basically in the same position that we were in last season, if not an even more improved defense. Because you could easily say Fofana and Koulibaly is an upgrade on Rudiger and Christensen. And I don't think you'd be wrong for saying that either. And this is coming from the Christensen stan. I do believe that's an upgrade. So I'd be all for that. But Frankie de Jong is also a great long-term investment to our midfield as well. So let me know what you guys are saying. Yeah, but big up everyone that's in here. We've got 400 of you guys in here already. I had to do the stream 15 minutes earlier because there's so much topics. We haven't even got to the Aubameyang stuff or the De Jong stuff or anything. Fofana over Frankie de Jong. Fofana. Simon Phillips said... They're all just saying different things. They're all saying that everyone's lost their sources, bruv. Everyone's lost their sources. This is why, also, for anyone asking, I am not an in the know. And I will never say I'm an in the know. I will bring you sources that I've heard, but I am not the source. Because I'm not here for all of this. I'm going to tell you news and then I hope to God I'm correct. Otherwise, I'm in the mud. Fuck all that. Fofana's the priority. Everyone's saying Fofana, and I understand it as well. You'd rather sort out the defense first. It would be brilliant if we got them both. But it is a bit unrealistic. I get it. Santiago, you're completely correct on that. Just want to announce Cucurella and Colwill. That's what I think it is. Again, I'm not worried. I'm not worried at all with this sort of deal. It's just taken a bit longer than people expected. It's not that deep. Everyone's saying brown envelopes. Johnny, you have done an absolute madness, my guy. The guy has literally made brown envelopes a thing. I have to respect it. What else we sent? Let's go to the Aubameyang stuff, because I did not expect this. But not against it either. Fabrizio said Chelsea are interested in Aubameyang. Aubameyang and Tuchel enjoyed a good relationship at Borussia Dortmund. Tuchel still appreciates the player. A late move for Ronaldo can't be ruled out as well, and Chelsea have considered it. And like we already know, Tuchel loves him from his Dortmund days and can trust him as a result of that. I think his best numbers were at Dortmund. Even though we will sprinkle a little bit of Bundesliga tax into it, the numbers speak for themselves. And there's the immediate reaction from a lot of Chelsea fans, even myself as well, was like, why are we going for Aubameyang and everything like that? But once you really look into it, it's not really a bad deal. He would potentially be a cheap option for us. Does have to take a little bit of a pay cut, but would be a cheap transfer option for us. He can play in the middle or on the wing. He's a goal scorer, which is exactly what we want. Barca fans even said in the limited time that he's played for them, he's been really good for them too. Also, Another Arsenal player come into Chelsea, all succeed, all win trophies, and we can rub that in the faces of all the Arsenal fans. It's not a bad move. Like, I'm here for it personally. I want a recognised goal scorer at my football club. And Aubameyang is a recognised goal scorer. So I have no reason to be against this sort of deal. I am all for it. Especially if it's a cheap deal for us. Bring him to the bridge. My only real question was like, how do you say no to Ronaldo but yes to Aubameyang? But really, if we get either or, I don't care. I'm happy. I am fine. I don't care. Just get me a goal scorer. Because that's exactly what we need. Aubameyang brings us good movement. He brings us great finishing. And it would be brilliant for us too. He'd be better in the middle than Havertz would be. He'd be better in the middle than Werner would be. I don't even need to talk about Batshuayi. On the wing as well, like, he'd be better than Werner there. Better than Cho. Pulisic, debatable. It all depends on his consistency. But Aubameyang and Pulisic could link up together as well. So that would be a good option for us. Everyone says Aubameyang presses better. I'm not too sure about his pressing. Because from what I heard, like, the more his pressing numbers went up, the more his goal tally went down. But we don't necessarily need a striker that presses. Like, I keep saying, people have too much PTSD from the Lukaku situation. And they sit there and think because of that, like, we need a runner in the middle. Not necessarily. Our best period last season was when Lukaku was in the squad. Because even in spite of that, like, we still had creativity from the wingers. We still had decent passing. Well, not decent passing from the midfield. Lukaku was still scoring from limited chances. We did not drop from first place because of Romelu Lukaku. We dropped from first place because of injuries in the wing-back positions and in the midfield. Because then we had to rely on our attack. And our attack just wasn't good enough. So Lukaku wasn't the problem. So you can play someone in the middle who doesn't press. So to me, Aubameyang, bring him in. Bring him in immediately. Let me know you guys' thoughts. But I have nothing against this transfer. Plus, it would be beautiful to see the look on Arsenal fans' faces. It would be absolutely beautiful. What are we saying? We have Broz. What is this copper mentality, bro? You must be trolling me. You must be trolling me. Please, like, big up yourself, because I know you're a regular on this channel. But don't say no to Aubameyang because we have fucking Broja. Come on, man. Broja can be the number 3 or maybe the number 2 behind Havertz and what's his name, Aubameyang, and we'll be fine. That's a decent free attacking options to rely on. I'd be fine with that. For the team, Oba or Ronaldo improves attack. For my closet Ronaldo shirt, yeah, fair enough. I get that, but I will take either or. I'm fine with. I can't say I want Ronaldo and then turn my nose up at Aubameyang. But the same way I'm thinking, like, Tuchel, how you say no to Ronaldo and turning your nose up at Aubameyang? The only way I could understand it is if he doesn't like his ego. And if that's the case, then, you know what, fair enough. Fair enough, I can understand that. But as a player, it's like, I don't get it. T1, you dropped a super chat. Big up yourself, my guy. Appreciate. Great meal, wonderful food after each match. Aubameyang, Sterling. Again, if you get a number 9, you get the best out of Raheem Sterling too. So we're cooking on both fronts. Havertz as well is meant to be a shadow striker. Well, I think that's what we're calling him now. So they both should be cooking. And then that's a good front 3. Or even Mount. I don't know. Don't really care. I just want a goal scorer. And that would be what he is. 550 of you guys in here. Only 100 or so of you guys have liked it. Big up all of you guys, but I want 200. So everyone, if you haven't done so already, press the button. Right now, just press the button. Okay, what else are you guys saying? Stop this, he would be better than Pulisic. Say it how it is. Might be more consistent, but I don't really know what... I feel Aubameyang is more better when he's in the middle as opposed to on the wing, so I'm not as sure. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Regardless, I want him anyway, so I don't give a shit. Yo! Yo! If this happened, they might have to ban me off Twitter. They probably will ban me off Twitter after an hour, the amount of smoke that I'm going to be riding after this. That would be unbelievable food. Tasty. Tasty as fuck. Yes, please. Like, you didn't have to sell me anymore on Aubameyang to Chelsea. Now, like, I'll pay the flight myself. Why am I disrespecting Broja? I'm not disrespecting Broja. He has had one Premier League season. And from all I've seen from him, like, he still needs to improve his finishing, personally. Are we going to rely on Broja for a season? No, we're not. You'd rather rely on an experienced forward who has balled out in the Premier League for 3 years in Aubameyang. So, yeah, of course. There's not a disrespect to Broja. I think you're disrespecting Aubameyang if you want Broja to start over him, because that don't make sense. Doesn't make sense at all. Kaiser numbered. I hear this, but until I see creativity from him, he ain't no 10 to me. I don't know what he is. Personally, I think he's an 8. Because he actually looked pretty good on that one. He looked pretty good as a number 8. You're looking at the Ronaldo situation too one-minded. Other than goals, what does he offer? Look at the external factor. I get Ronaldo doesn't bring much other than goals, but all I want is a goal scorer. You have to understand that. I get the deficiencies with Ronaldo. I'm not turning away from it. But I don't care because I want goals, and I know Ronaldo will give me goals if we feed him chances. We made more chances than United did last season. And Ronaldo got 18 goals there. Why am I a fool for believing Ronaldo will score more goals with a better team around him? We made more chances than United did. So, like, that doesn't matter to me. What matters is, will we feed Ronaldo and will he score? And he will score. He's one of the best goal scorers in the modern game. 100%. Cooking Egal if that happened. Boy, it is peak. Also, I am nicking that Aubameyang blood clot Yang thing. I'm taking that. Just because it's fun. Aubameyang scoring a Champions League final. Hey, if we get a goal scorer and we pattern up our defence, we can go for the Champions League. 100%. There's no reason not to think that. My only concern is the league. I don't think we win the league. I don't think anyone thinks we're winning the league. And that's fair enough. I don't think we have what it takes over a 38-game season. But this team is capable of beating anyone over 90 minutes. Especially in a more open competition like the Champions League. So I'm all for that. Cobham says, bruv, if anyone's telling me Broja over Ronaldo or Aubameyang, I'm not having a conversation. Because it just don't make sense. You don't need to. It's pointless. Tell me, one sec. Tell me when we trusted a youth striker like Tammy got 15 goals almost in like 8 years, but use context into it. Tammy got like 8 in 4 games, and then since November, he got another 7, I think, along the lines of that. 7 goals. So it wasn't consistent. It wasn't consistent at all. And I get he was a young player. He was raw and everything like that. But don't use Tammy to prove your point for Broja like Tammy was consistent the entire season. He wasn't. And Broja wouldn't be either. So let's let Broja grow slowly. The guy literally had his first start for Chelsea against Udinese's B team. And he didn't impress. Let him grow slowly. We're not going to say give Broja the keys over Aubameyang and Ronaldo. It's such a backwards move. No, I'm not here for it. Not here for it. T1 again saying CR7 doesn't get the pass, you'll be more toxic. Good. I want someone who's going to point at Mount and Havertz and say, what the fuck are you doing? Give me better passes. Good. You know what that's called? It's called standards. Raise your standards. And that's what Ronaldo will do. He will raise the standards of the club. The reason why he wants to leave United is because their standards are in the bin. Literally in the bin. He will come to Chelsea. He will demand the best. And I am 100% here for that. I don't mind. It's not toxic. To me, it's called standards. But I appreciate the donation too. I understand what you're saying. Like, there has been questions about Ronaldo's ego, but I think all he's going to do is demand everything from this attack. And I am all for that. Because I have the same energy. These attackers need to pattern up. And Ronaldo won't allow them to be bums. Right, we'll probably move on to the next topic. Just want to see if there's anything more in the comments. That was toxic. No. Lukaku was toxic. Because Ronaldo, I say, is going to be surrounded by a better team. So I don't think he's going to be as toxic. He's not going to demand bullshit from our attackers. Meanwhile, everyone's going to sit there and be like, give him time. No. Everyone here's had 2-3 years of experience. Time is done. Now it's time for performance. Simple as that. Big up yourself. Daniel, C1, I'll send you guys links when I throw it out to everyone as well. So Bree, big up yourself. Appreciate the donation. Thank you very much. Cool. Okay. Scott as well. Well, I'll send you a link into the group chat. We'll go into the Fofana stuff now. Chelsea submitted a £60 million bid for Fofana, which has been rejected. Leicester won 80 million, with Chelsea hoping for a 70 million agreement, and Fofana is very keen on joining the club. Leicester's leaders immediately replied and refused the offer from Chelsea without trying to raise the bid. They are officially not selling, but they are leaving a door open for the club. To increase his chances of playing in the World Cup, Fofana is willing to join Chelsea and wants to impress, and Tuchel is convinced by him as well. Even though he's been recovering for the season due to his previous injury. The next few days will certainly tell, but it is rumoured that the other two clubs are monitoring him in Manchester City and PSG. Now, I'm not really that worried about PSG because they're haggling over Skriniar. If they're haggling over Skriniar, they're only going to haggle over Fofana, and Leicester are not going to lower their valuation. It's going to be 80 million, and that's that. All I will say, though, is that this does show a genuine interest in Chelsea to pay the required amount, because if not, they wouldn't have even bothered. Because Leicester City are hard negotiators, and they're not going to budge on it. At least with the 60 million, we've opened talks on it, but it is very short talks because they've got no reason to accept that sort of deal. So, we do still have to play it by ear. This is still something that's going to take at least a week to potentially go through. I did see, though, that Brendan Rodgers is a fan of Hudson-Odoi, and there could be 2 separate deals with Hudson-Odoi going the other way. Maybe it means we could get him for 70. Maybe, which would be very good business. Also, Hudson-Odoi's greatest assist in a Chelsea shirt. But have to wait and see on it. Let me know what you guys are saying. Everyone's complaining about... Wait, Ilias, what are you doing? Don't block people unless they're being disrespectful, but I haven't seen anything that's happening. 700 of you guys in here, by the way. Big up, everybody. We're still on 100 likes. Run it up, guys, please. Yeah, the first bid was always going to be rejected. And, that's fine, but it just shows Chelsea are willing to pay the required amount. They're willing to negotiate too. I'd be very surprised if we lower it, unless Hudson-Odoi goes the other way. But I thought they would want a defender coming in because it would make sense, like-for-like replacement. So I thought with Levi Colwill going to Brighton, it's only going to be a cash-only deal. And there also will be the majority up front, which makes it very hard to do, which I also think is a reason why this isn't a deal that's going to be completed anytime soon. But at least we've dropped an opening bid, and that means negotiations will continue on that front. Choke and leave, yeah, I'm fine with it, honestly. I'd rather with a buyback clause or some shit like that, but I'm not too fussed anymore. I'm really not too fussed. If we lose him, it is what it is. Ilias, I haven't got a clue what's happened. I just know a lot of people are complaining. I need to have a look at it afterwards, but right, I'm too busy going through all the news. I can't check the mods and everything like that too. It's all mad. The Athletic are reporting the Colwill deal isn't close now. Bruv, I'm going over Fabrizio over the Athletic personally. So it is what it is. Ronaldo had purple patches. Yes, in the worst Manchester United side in history. Shock. A baller struggles in a dog shit team. Shock. I'm not surprised. But yeah, that's all the stuff on Fofana. I don't think there's going to be much more updates on that. Did see links on Sesko. We met with Benjamin Sesko's agent a few days ago. And it's a striker option for us. Tall, very technical as well. Fast. From what I'm seeing from sources, he's not really at Premier League level just yet. 12 goals in 39 games for Salzburg with only 1,500 minutes is decent numbers, though. If he comes in, I don't think he's going to be coming in as a permanent option for us because, he seems young. He still seems a bit inexperienced. Not too sure what a fee would be as well, but seems like a nice option for us, but it's a Bundesliga forward as well. So I know if he comes in, he's going to need a lot of time to adapt to. Everyone's saying that his teammates are comparing him to the Salzburg version of Haaland, if not better. That still feels like very early days to say that. But yeah, I don't really know what to make of it. I'd rather go for a more experienced option, like potentially a Aubameyang or something. And maybe Sesko would be a good option for the future, potentially. Maybe sign him and loan him back to Salzburg for the season. I'm not too sure. What else have we seen? Tammy was also part of the worst Chelsea team in a decade after losing 50% of their goals and assists. Yeah, that's cool and everything. That doesn't mean he was an experienced option. And it still means that there was fucking issues in his game too. The thing is, I'm not saying Tammy's washed. I think Tammy still grows and becomes a great player. But don't talk to me about 21, 22-year-old Tammy Abraham, who wasn't consistent. Like, let's not do that. We know what Ronaldo brings because Ronaldo has experience. Tammy Abraham at that time didn't have experience. Broja does not have experience. Let them grow slowly. It's as simple as that. Like, come on. Right, what else was there before I throw out the link? Ziyech. So Ziyech is a priority target for Erik ten Hag. And, like, I don't want that. Like, we're not even sure of our top 4 status yet until we sort out our defense, and we're talking about strengthening a rival. Makes absolutely no sense for us. Ten Hag knows how to get the best out of Ziyech. Ziyech thrived under him. Of course he wants him. And I get Ziyech wants to leave too, but don't go and strengthen a rival. Maybe if it means a Ronaldo swap, maybe. But like, I still wouldn't do it. Even if we got Ronaldo, I wouldn't necessarily want Ziyech to go the other way. Because Ziyech would be there for more years than Ronaldo would be here for us. So I don't want it personally. I don't want it. I said I prefer to send Ziyech to Serie A. Yes, but I don't know what's happening with AC Milan. I really haven't got a clue on that front. Those talks have just died. They died over the last week. So I don't know what's happening on that front. Hopefully it goes through, because the last thing you want is another player that doesn't want to be here. Also means we can't get another forward in either. But I don't really know who else is interested in them other than Manchester United or AC Milan. It is what it is. Letting the people like Tammy and Broja grow makes them leave, though. No, Broja's on a 4-year contract. Like, what's he going to talk about? At least have 1 year where you can try and show yourself at Chelsea without being our number 1 option. And if you overperform, you're going to get more chances. Tammy got given his chance, and he wasn't really that consistent. And like, I get people saying like Ronaldo wasn't that consistent either. Ronaldo was in a worse side than the side we had in 1920. Our side finished 4th, by the way. United's finished 6th. And they were 1 game away from finishing 7th. Like, there is a huge difference. Also, Ollie is so much worse than Lampard as a manager. It is not even funny. The difference between Ollie and Lampard is we had a serious board who wasn't going to let Lampard continue to underperform. Whereas United, they didn't give a shit. That's the difference. 2 completely different differences in terms of context. But yeah, I think I've gone through everything. So I'm going to throw the link out to everybody else. So bear with me for a second. We've got 750 of you guys in here. Everyone, run up the likes. Let's try and get to 300. We're on 200 and something so far. I can only see like the amount in terms of hundreds, but that's about it. Okay, cool. I'm going to throw the link out to everyone now. So bear with me, guys. And the guys on Instagram, perfect. Come on, guys. There we go. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, off the canvas. Cool. That's everybody. Perfect. Right. Who's in here? Yes, guys. What's everybody saying? You guys all good?
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, doing good.
Some of these men got PTSD. And then you go see somebody.
Hey, I've just spent the whole time hearing about fucking Brozier should be our number one option for the season. It's all mad.
Well, you can't fix stupid.
Listen,
It is
at
what it is.
21,
I just can't be bothered with the debate, but we move.
at 21 years old, he should be honored to be even considered to stay in the Chelsea squad for a full season. Like,
Exactly. The guy's had one start and he didn't impress. He missed 3 big chances.
yeah, like he's in no place to be, demanding anything.
Yeah.
100%.
So I guess do we start with going through the hottest topic of the day, which is Cucurella?
Which one's that? Aubameyang, Cucurella?
No, it's Cucurella.
Yeah, we can go through it. Like, everyone was panicking, but it's not that deep. Cucurella's going to come.
When his agent is liking Fabrizio's tweet
Right.
on the Here We Go and saying, acknowledging it, it's done, folks.
Yeah.
The hold up on the announcement, first of all, when did we sign the kid Chukwemini?
Today,
Chucky?
this morning, actually, I think, or last night or this morning. The pictures came out this morning.
When did it? When
was agreed.
When was it reported that we signed him?
Like 2 days ago.
2 days ago,
Yeah.
something like that.
And just now being announced.
Right. Do you think PSG fans are freaking out that there's no picture of Renato Sanchez with holding the PSG kit when he did a Here We Go yesterday for Renato Sanchez too?
Yeah,
like,
no,
it doesn't happen 3 minutes after he says Here We Go. There's not a picture of a player holding a kit and signing a contract. Like, it takes more than 24 hours to get that done.
Yeah, from my understanding, for Fabrizio, the Here We Go relies on a contract transfer fee being agreed and contracts being signed between the teams, and personal terms being agreed upon and signed, or at least being agreed upon, because of course he hasn't signed his contract yet. So once those two measures are met, he goes a Here We Go, because it doesn't matter what Brighton says. Brighton did the same thing with Ben White when he went to Arsenal. The exact same thing.
Well, they said the deal wasn't completed yet.
Right. Leon did the same thing with Bruno Guimaraes when he went to Newcastle. They said it was just no, it's not true. It's false. And he shows up at Newcastle. These small teams, and Brighton is a small team, so you all can go back in your little box. They have fans they need to appease too. They're losing their best player, and Cucurella is their best player on that team. It just is what it is.
Error of the season.
No,
Yeah,
Basimo.
No!
No, it's
God.
I think it's, and so they want to save face by saying, yes, we got rid of Cucurella, but we brought in the hottest young English prospect in defense, right? So it's a way to appease your fan base without them going, hey, what are we going to be relegated again or close to relegation? Which they probably will be anyway because their offense sucks. But it is what it is. And, they just need to hurry. Look, he's not going to play on Saturday anyway. The deadline was noon today for him to be registered.
Oh, what, for the season or just for the game?
For the game. Because I think it's noon the day before the first match of the weekend. And that's Friday, not Saturday. If I remember from last year. I could be wrong. I could be mistaken if someone wants to correct me on that.
Well, I think Graham Potter already said that he's not in the squad. He's not in the squad for Saturday's game. So
yeah, if it wasn't happening, okay. Somebody got some mad feedback.
It's gonna be me, isn't it? Once
It is you, bro.
always gotta turn it down. Yeah, it should be better now. Is it still there?
No,
Yeah,
you got it.
that's gone.
All right, cool. Yeah, it's just a volume and all of that. But yeah,
Oh,
Cucurella
man,
should be
look-
done. Oh, go on.
Dude's name is Baby Powder, and you want to throw shade at people.
Brighton close to relegation. What are you smoking? Where did Brighton finish in the league last season?
Let me check.
Somewhere mid-table, I think. It might have been the highest finish. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Right.
Now they've lost their player of the season.
Yeah,
They
they
were
finished
not.
ninth.
Finish 14th. Who gives a shit? Like,
once you go past 6, I don't care where anybody fits.
yeah, you're not competing for anything.
It's just
It's a matter of
the rest of
points.
the year just draws. So,
like 3 points difference, and you're 15th. Is what it is. I don't really
there
care
you go.
too much.
So they were closer to relegation than the top 4. My point stands. So again, I'm not worried about Cucurella. Some journalists are even talking about what's going to happen after Cucurella. Right? It's just all madness because they don't want us to announce him before they sign Levi Colwill. Maybe there's a holdup on the Colwill side. Maybe it was agreed that it was a buyback, and now maybe it's not. I don't know because I don't sit on transfer negotiations with Chelsea. But a lot of reporters went out and reported that it was done, and Fabrizio never said, "Here we go for Koundé to Chelsea." Never said, "Here we go for Rafinha to Chelsea." He did say, "Here we go to Cucurella to Chelsea." That should tell you something that is different.
And he's doubled down on it too. He said, "I said what I said. Here we go," and it's happening.
It's like I said. It's semantics. It's not about they want more money. First of all, we're way overpaying for Cucurella, according to his transfer valuation. Okay. Second of all, we've given you because we're kind, and yes, we're the big fish in the pond. When we're talking about Brighton, we're giving you the chance to sign one of the best young talents for England. Right? Yeah, there's a buyback clause, but again, tough. You feed off scraps. You're a bottom feeder team. Say thank you and move on.
I can't lie. That's no. I'm sorry. That's mad fucking
What do you think
arrogance.
the hold up is, though?
That is the level of arrogance and just the ignorance just shown on the stream, man.
Do you think Levi?
I'm sorry. Levi Colwill going to Brighton.
Take your scraps. Say thank you.
hate
Fuck off.
the level of arrogance that some of the fans at top level club show. That arrogance, man.
Why is it not arrogance? Why is it arrogance? It's
true.
true. It's absolutely true.
They don't have as much as other clubs, but man, be fucking respectful about it. Don't be a cunt.
Oh, is Levi Colwill going to Brighton to be a career seagull? Is he going there for the rest of his career, or is he going there for a couple of years to develop?
What did I miss?
Yeah, but hold on. Why would Brighton, like, you have to understand why Brighton wouldn't want that. Why they wouldn't want, like, I heard the deal yesterday and it was like 25 million sale and 40 million buyback. That is a perfect deal for us, not for them, especially if he develops to be a 60, 80 million player. They want a first refusal, which is not good for us. We don't want that shit. We want to loan them or get like a small buyback clause. And that's just the deal currently. I wouldn't let Brighton, because listen, I hear what Scott is saying, and I respect that in terms of what they want. But as a club, for us, if they say the price is 52 million, then it's 52 million. We wanted to give you that player and sell him to you and get a buyback is nice and all, but when you were negotiating with City, it was over 50 million or around 50 million. We've given that. You can't ask for more. You can't change the rules on us. You know what I mean? Like, you can't do that.
Yeah, make no mistake about it. The Colwill going the other way is just a sweetener from Chelsea to be like, here's basically a glorified loan deal where we're going to give you a little bit of money to take him and develop him for a couple seasons. If he doesn't develop, then he can go wherever he wants. If he does develop, we'll just buy him back. Like,
what's going
again,
on?
Chelsea are a massive club. Brighton are bottom feeders. There's nothing wrong in saying that.
Well, here's the thing, though. It's not a gamble. It's not a gamble they know how talented it is. That's why they're willing to spend 25 million on an 18-year-old that hasn't played a single Premier League minute. So they know what they can do with him. They want to get the most money out of it on the opposite end, which I'm okay with Chelsea not letting them do. There's no way we can let you give us a first refusal and then you try to sell him back to us for 65 million, 70 million. No way. So it might take a little bit longer, but I'm not worried about it. I'm fine with waiting.
What's going on? What did change with Colwill's?
We don't know.
Something? Okay, so
we're speculating why Cucurella hasn't been announced yet.
I thought it was done deal. So.
Do you think Colwill wants to go there?
Yeah, I think.
Would you rather be in London or in Brighton? I don't know because I don't live there.
Would you rather play games or be a third or fourth option? I think you'd probably rather play games.
He's an 18-year-old. He doesn't care about London or Brighton. He just wants to play.
Yeah, what the that was not a.
I think
when I was trying to enter the stream, I heard that the Levi Colwill situation, like when we say Brighton, you just have to take this player. It doesn't show any arrogance, according to me. It's basically, giving Levi Colwill here playing time. Why is that something that is difficult to comprehend? That's probably what he's expecting, anyways. Yeah, he's probably not going to get that playing time with Chelsea. Let's be realistic here. Yeah, of course, Lampard came in and gave a couple of academy talents, maybe more than a couple chances, but that's not going to be the way that Chelsea are going to operate any time in the near future. Even if that is very difficult for us to live with, we probably have to, because we're competing against one of the top, those top teams across the leagues in Europe. So I don't think so. That's arrogance. Telling Brighton, you know what? Take Levi Colwill with a buyback clause, and then give us Cucurella for the fee that we are suggesting, which
I think what
pretty
Scott
much higher.
Was that it's arrogance to expect them not to want the best deal for themselves.
Exactly.
So they want if they're buying him for 25 million, they want to have the option to be able to sell him for 80.
It's the same reason why you have like teams like West Ham saying we want 150 mil for Rice. He's not worth 150 mil to us or to Chelsea or to United. He's worth 150 mil to West Ham because they don't want to get rid of him. It was the same when Crystal Palace a couple of seasons ago said we want 100 mil for Zaha, and no one took him up for it, because 100 mil for Zaha is a stupid price, but that's how much he's worth to them, because they know if they lose him, they're losing their best player, and they want the best deal out of it so they can replace him. Like
I get what
what's the conversation is about.
It's arrogance to assume that they should be happy to take this deal from us, because at the end of the day, they want what's best for their club. They don't give a shit about any other club. They want what's best for their club, and they're best for their.
We're already paying more than he's worth, and giving them one of the top talents in England. Like
exactly,
it might be more than what he's worth to us. It's not what he's worth to them. Again,
then they can have an unhappy player on their team who doesn't want to be there.
Oh my God, this is so stupid because of something I said. First of all, the two deals aren't even linked. If we've met their valuation, no, they aren't.
Yes, they are.
They're not part of the same deal. They're separate deals.
Of course, but they're linked.
Just as I think they're not part of the same deal, but I think they're dependent on each other.
Exactly.
They don't depend on each other.
They don't want to sell him to. Listen, if they sell Cucurella to us and the deal is signed, everything is signed, and we say we want 30 million for Colwill, right? And we want a buyback clause of 50 million. That's our deal. If you want to buy it. They're fucked.
By the way,
no, was Man City offering a player?
No,
obviously not. So we hit the evaluation. So it's a separate deal. I think they just wanted to announce it close to the date.
I think it's actually close. Again, you think those deals are close because the reason why is because they're losing a defender. They need a defender at the end of the stage of the window. Exactly. That's what it is.
They want a surety that Levi will be moving in. That's the reason why they want.
All right, let's do this. Kyle Knott, you got to go. Bye-bye.
Oh,
I need to boot his ass.
All of this talk, by the way, about what did they want to?
Oh, someone dropped him anyway.
First of all, you didn't even spell the word right. Fucking idiot.
That's an inbreeding. Oh my gosh. Fuck you now.
On the like Man City thing, we don't know that Man City or Brighton wanted a Man City player because it was never reported. All that was reported is they put in 40 mil. Brighton said no, and Man City pulled out. That's all that was reported. So we don't know. Also, if you look at the two teams,
we also don't know anything else. That's the same
Scott,
way.
it was.
Maybe they were asking City for 60 million. We don't know what they were exactly asking.
It was reported that they wanted 50. It was reported that they wanted 50.
If you can listen to the rest of my point, if you look at City's team, who is there realistically that Brighton can take in replacement? There's no one. Like Ake maybe, but no one really. With us, it's a bit of a different story because we have Colwill who can be a direct replacement. So then you've got to judge the two. Everyone going, they didn't ask for a player. It's because the two different situations are different. The two clubs are in a different stage. City don't have any players that Brighton are going to want, whereas we do.
Scott, sorry to cut you off in between, but I wouldn't really call it like they don't have anyone to offer because Man City in the last couple of years have been good in their academy talents as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if there is an academy talent up and coming and would be part of a deal, considered would be part of a deal or so.
No. That's what you're You're misrepresenting what they're asking for. If it was just about getting a random academy talent, they wouldn't pay 25 million. It's not a random academy talent you can just pick out. They want him because
I know that they can make money off of him later.
Like, listen, like just like this kid that we just signed, because that has 6 months left on his contract, and we paid 20 million pounds for. You can't do that for every youth player out there. Youth players aren't going for 20 million pounds.
Yeah, but then he's going into the first team. Chukwuemeka is going into the first team. So it's,
exactly. Yeah. I mean, but we bought him from him having playing 2 Premier League games, and he has 6 months left on his freaking contract. So we could have waited, but we didn't because of the level of talent. He's the England under 19. He's their best player. He just won the play of the
and he was everybody in the world after that kid.
Everybody's at the same. Listen, yeah. Well, every top club was
every top team was after him.
Barcelona went for that as well.
Barcelona. Yeah, but I think the main difference is Colwill still has like 4 years left on his deal. So it's like
exactly. So we're probably asking for more money. Who knows if we're asking for 35 million? Who knows if we're asking for a lower buyback clause? Whatever we're asking for, and they're just like, listen, we need to figure this deal out. Do that deal.
Dan, I get your point. Like, what I'm trying to say is, like, obviously this is a speculation, right? But then, like how you suggested, 80 million is something like I wouldn't be calling that realistic for anyone who's not appeared even for a single Premier League as a buyback clause as well, because that is one thing. Buyback clause just tends to get activated, probably a couple of years later or 3 years later. It really depends on how the deal is structured as well, right? We don't know how the deal is going to be structured with respect to buyback clause. So when you say buyback clause is something that gets triggered 3 years later on a 40 mil, and 5 years later if it is 80 mil, that makes sense, right? Considering the inflation and the number of years that is being considered into the valuation as well. Like 3 years, 50 mil, let's say, and 5 years, 80 mil. Does it make sense?
No.
First of all, I don't think we would want to wait 5 years on a bad buyback deal for him. But second of all,
a random example there.
Yeah. But those are things. These are back and forth that they will probably have to go through. I don't think we want a buyback of 80 million, or they want a first refusal, or at least that's what I think they want. A first refusal is, so if a team bids 75 mil for him, then you have the first option of like matching it.
We know how that works.
But they don't want a buyback, because if the buyback is set, it doesn't matter what his.
It doesn't matter. It's not that they have power in the negotiation.
It matters what?
It doesn't matter. They don't have the power in the negotiation.
No, they fully do.
They have the player.
No, they don't. They have the player that we want.
Really have the player.
But the deal is signed for Cucurella.
Is it signed? Is it signed or verbally?
I'm going with the here we go.
Reports, it's done.
According to their club, it's not.
The club, it's not. Yeah, the club posted the freaking statement that not.
Okay,
but the club has done that before as well.
It's not the first time they've done that.
Listen, that deal is not going to be done without Colwill going the other way.
I actually think there is a difference. Chelsea is thinking, because Leicester City wants a Colwill in deal for Fofana, and Chelsea is actually looking where to put Fofana in. What is more important for Chelsea, Cucurella or Fofana?
They want Cho, actually.
No, they want Cucurella.
End of the day, the Colwill deal, if all parties are opened in the idea of moving and the estimated price, it's just a matter of time before they struck a deal. If that's that,
I also think
if you're saying that, this is what they want, I'm sure they're going to find the deal.
We also are the only club with the money that are paying for Cucurella. Like if they don't want to take our deal and they want to keep an unhappy player on their team next season, they're not going to get anywhere near 50 million for Cucurella next year. Nobody will pay that.
The deal is going to be done.
If he has another great season like he just did, then yes, they will.
But he's not going to, because he doesn't want to be there. So he's not going to put in a great season.
Does anyone know how long left on his contract as well?
We've seen a lot of one-season wonder. Isn't that a bit of a gamble?
So
I don't think
we're going to sign him. All we were saying was that the two deals are linked. That's it.
Yeah. Also, as well, just saying, I agree. I think everything is signed, but Brighton at the end of the day have to sign off on it before anything happens. Like they have to, they might have said, yeah, that's acceptable price, but they can't fully say, okay, you can go until they have a replacement. And
you were questioning whether it's even an agreed amount.
Colwill.
No, it's
Say again?
I think it's agreed. I just think they want the
Yeah.
Colwill
Like
deal to
Fabrizio
be
saying
agreed as
one
well.
thing, the Athletic
No,
saying
no,
another.
I think it is agreed.
I
I think that it's agreed in terms of the fee and everything. It's just at the end of the day, nothing can happen until Brighton fully fully say go and do the medical, do the signing.
I think that
and
everything
at
is
that
done.
point, they're waiting for Colwill's replacement.
I think
but
I
if-
think
Colwill
no,
replacement.
I think Colwill. I think everything agree with Colwill, with everything, even with fees and stuff. They just like to do it at the same time as the other club. That's what I think it was. I think they were pissed because there was Brighton had tendency to do those things, saying it's not done yet, and then 2 days later they're saying it's done. They've done it before, like Jester said. The thing is, I think the problem was they just want to say it with both deals over the line, paperwork signed,
They're saving face.
and stuff like
The
that.
fans
Yeah, I
don't
mean,
have the time to react.
The player's agent is literally giving the fire sign, thumbs up,
Look, even
under
Fabrizio,
the post, like.
Yeah, look,
Fabrizio
that
Romano
news obviously leaked.
voted saying, if you think I'm
Yeah.
lying, he doubled
He
down,
doubled
tripled down on that.
Double down.
Yeah.
Even
So,
more, I think
I need to address
tripled,
something
fourth.
By a panelist that's not in the panel right now. Duerscope, it's not that I don't like youth coming into the team. It's Cobham youth. Get it correct if you're going to slate me in the comment. It's Cobham youth coming into the team,
Hold on a
not
second.
youth
That's
overall.
Hold on a second.
That's weird.
That's
Why would you?
weird.
No, why
No.
would you not like?
Hold on, Daniel. Hold on. Even I have a
Should've
question about
respected just
that.
you.
Even,
What have
hold
you
on,
done, bruv?
even
What
I
have you
have a
done?
question for that. You know that Chelsea has the best youth program in the world.
That's not true.
We'll
What?
say one of. Say one
Okay.
of.
One of, yeah,
Let's say
not-
one off. Yeah,
Okay,
Not the best.
who's better than Chelsea's then?
La Masia.
you could argue.
No,
Okay,
Gracia is not
Hold
better.
on, hold on,
Yeah, it is.
hold on, hold on.
What's
the last
Real
player that-
Madrid?
Yeah,
Where do you
thank
think
you. Dan.
Cucurella is from?
Thank you. What?
What's the last player they put? No, Cucurella was from they actually
La
bought him.
Masia.
Roman
Cucurella's
Place
from
bought
Lamas,
him in 2020. He's not from La Masia.
No, he is.
He is.
Well, that's
First
the
of
same
all,
way as saying like
they bought
Ethan
him.
Ampadu is from Cobham. We bought him from Exeter.
They signed him when he was
into
like
Cobham.
19.
Do you guys
Oh,
think
for
it's
fuck's
no,
sake, you guys
he is a
open,
Barcelona
bro.
youth product that they sold and bought back and then sold again.
Scott, it's not. It's not in recent years. So let's not push it.
No, they are. But
So what is it? Cobham youth in general you don't like, or is it the Cobham stands?
Like,
I think there's two ways
seriously,
to look.
what did they came?
Would you
out
say
and
yes?
He said you. No, he said what he said.
Barcelona.
we have
man,
anything
that's
against
just
Cobham
funny, man.
Academy.
That's
It's
just
more to do with
funny. Barcelona
we're fine
youth.
with calling it
Come
one
on,
of the
Scott.
best academies, not the best academy yet.
No, I love our
No,
academy.
it
I
is,
love to
Dave.
sell them and watch people's faces as they walk out the door. It's a beautiful thing.
I
man.
mean, we're literally in the mix for 4 non-Cobham youth players to come in. The
Right.
kid from Italy, the kid
Yeah.
for Endrick from Brazil. We just signed Slonina, and we just got Chukwemeka. All youth products not from Cobham that
Okay,
we've
we're linking
signed. Like,
Sesko as
and
well.
we're getting rid of the Cobham youth. It's beautiful.
right.
That's just weird.
Speaking of
Weird
Cobham,
thing.
Yeah, it was weird, Jester. I gotta be.
No, it's the stands. You can't. The Cobham stands are just off the rails, dude. And so when something like this happens, it's banter. Everybody loves the banter, right? And so that you can put
Not
those
your
stands
club.
in the mud and put them in their little box. Understand? Look, we have how many Cobham youth on the team right now in the squad?
About 5, 6.
is there any Cobham player that's left that you feel like you wish we would have kept, or is it all of them you've been like, yeah, it doesn't matter, they're all out?
We have-
John, hold on, Scott. I can tell you all the youth players that play in all over the world in the major leagues right now, and I cannot put the fingers on the massive La Messiah youth
And
playing
also-
all over the
Oh
world.
yeah, Hutchinson too. Yeah.
Oh, the La Messiah youth
Marvel.
just signed for my local club, LA Galaxy. Hey,
Choke,
LAFC.
Yeah,
welcome.
Ricky Puig.
I can
Ricky Puig,
understand
22,
saying like
yeah?
7 years ago,
He's
8 years
a bum,
ago, La
man.
Messiah was one of the best, but not now.
He's a
man.
bum, man. Listen, man.
Okay.
Dude, if you're
It's-
19 going from Barcelona to LA Galaxy, you
He's
got
a
some
bum,
issues,
man.
man.
What's going on over there, man?
Yeah, it looks like Cucurella won't be announced till after the game.
do you guys think of City?
Seems
matches
like it
like
anyway. It'd be too long to announce it now. Sorry,
We're
Jay,
gonna
what were you
do-
saying?
I was gonna say, like, you guys think if City matches our bid, like he's gonna pick City? Because I know he had a preference to work under Pep.
City are pulled out. They don't want to pay any more.
Yeah,
The
man.
conversation
More
is
than 40,
the
right?
conversation.
Again, that's-
They've done what a lot of these people in the chat's moms should or dad should have done to their moms.
Yeah. And I don't think
what
there's
I'm probably gonna
anything
ask now-
substantial that says he would rather play. All the most recent reports say he'd rather play at Chelsea than City. So
Right. Got you.
Didn't want to digress from the topic, but still wanted to bring this up and probably hear your opinion on that. But what do you guys think about this Cristiano Ronaldo situation? Like yesterday, he came out. Eric Ten Hag again had a fallout with Cristiano Ronaldo apparently, and different reports coming from the media, different report coming
Cristiano
from
Ronaldo
the
was
club.
said so?
I think
Yeah,
Ten Hag.
Cristiano
I think
Ronaldo, I
Ten
said.
Hag is a loser for saying what he said. There were 6 other senior United players that left that game early, and he singled out Ronaldo. I think he's a loser.
And it was
Ronaldo.
reported that they let it go by trainer.
Of course.
And the biggest point was the club communication. The official club communication said that they had permission to go out, and Eric Ten Hag came out and said he did not give permission. So
Because the permission from the club is the Glazers. Like
either way,
that club is
there is a.
Can we
yeah,
just
the
agree
club
on
is a
that?
mess.
They are
Glazers are the
freaking
owners,
mess.
right, Scott? So
Again, there were
Exactly.
6 other senior players that left that game early, and he only mentioned Ronaldo, like including their starting keeper David De Gea, who left early as well. Like, shut the fuck up, Ten Hag, you bum.
by the way,
I don't think so he singled out Ronaldo.
look,
He
Man
said
said
all the
first
players,
asked
right?
about Ronaldo. I think he's seen
Yeah, did he say Ronaldo or did he say them all?
He didn't
None
mention
of them.
Ronaldo.
He
Yeah,
said-
he didn't
Maybe
mention
it's
Ronaldo.
the press that put Ronaldo's name
press
up
to
top.
ask the
not-
question about Ronaldo, not about the old
Yeah,
six.
they said Ronaldo left
By the way-
early. What did you think of that? And then he said, no, I did not give him permission to leave or any of that bullshit. It was
Yeah,
about
but then
Ronaldo.
when he says them, so I think he represents the entire. I mean, he's trying to say the entire 6 or 5 people who left, right? So I wouldn't really call it he singled out
said all of
Ronaldo in this case.
How are we trying to
all of
kill
them.
Ten Hag for this? Like,
Ten Hag did the right thing. Like Ten Hag fully did the right thing calling him out.
Apparently,
Slating your players in public.
He did
why
the
are
right
you
thing.
leaving? Why are you
So
leaving at
what?
the 75th minute though? Like,
I was going to
why
say,
are we-
hang on. Didn't we give shit to Alonso for doing this? How are people?
There was a number of players out there.
How are people defending the players in this? He was
I don't-
fully
but
in the right for doing this.
I don't think
Fully
Frank
in the
ever
right.
slated him publicly. That was a report that came out from the news that Alonso stayed on the bus.
Cool, he should have
And
done.
Frank said that was cap. He didn't throw him under the bus. He did bench him, but he didn't publicly throw him under the bus like Ten Hag did.
Exactly. And when you are new to the club and
did it
you
right.
want your players to support
Why are we
you,
talking about this anyway?
Wait. What do you think? Okay, what do you think it is leaving the game at the 75th minute? Like, what do you think that message is sending to the manager there?
no
I
confidence in
don't
the
care.
manager.
It's not our team.
You don't
That's your
know.
football is boring
Why
to
are we
watch.
talking about this?
I don't give a shit about you, right? So yes,
Yep.
publicly you're trying to demean him publicly, and publicly he has to say that's not okay.
But
Why
Daniel,
are we
apparently,
He hasn't even
apparently-
he
But
hasn't even coached
Daniel,
a single Premier League. Hold on.
Daniel,
He hasn't
you know
even
what,
coached a single
Daniel,
Premier
now
League
you're
game for them.
I want to bring this.
Ronaldo
I
is
wanna-
doing
every
this to him.
time.
But
And this is
Daniel,
who
you know
you
what's
are.
funny? Do you know what's funny though? Apparently, he's not toxic. He's a
He's a
good
dickhead,
influence
man.
on the dressing
Fuck
room.
it.
He's a dickhead. He's toxic, and he makes the dressing room worse by being in it.
The only
What's
person
more
that-
Hold on a second.
toxic? What's
So get me
Wasn't it?
CR7
Was
at the
hold
bridge
on. Why you
immediately.
Scott?
agree
Why
with
you calling
Scott.
him when it's actually 6 senior players?
right?
Cristiano-
What's more
Cristiano-
toxic? Calling
They're
out
all dickheads. People don't get it twisted.
I
They're all
didn't hear about
dickheads.
people leaving in the 75th minute.
By the
before
way,
he
Scott,
left.
do you
No,
hear
they're
about?
all-
Hold
they're
on, hold
all-
on.
hang on. You've said something to me. They're all dickheads. The problem is Ronaldo's the only one we're linked with, and half our fan base seems to want him.
I love
Actually,
toxic
99
relationships.
I
Bring
like
me
to-
CR7
exactly,
to the
dude.
bridge.
If if we were linked with De Gea, I'd have the same issue. He's still a dickhead for being toxic and whatnot.
By the
Like,
way,
so we're not
hold
linked
on
with
a
De Gea.
second.
We're
Hold
linked
on.
with Ronaldo, and he's been a dickhead in this situation, and is toxic to the dressing room.
I agree.
Again,
Facts.
another thing is that what's coming out of Manchester United is that the senior players think that Maguire should not be a club captain. The senior players, like the ones that
don't
actually
care.
won something before,
That's
and
Man United.
I
We're sitting here talking. We spent 15 minutes on Man United.
No,
Why?
we spent
I'm
15
seeing the
minutes talking
comment-
about Ronaldo, who is linked
Yeah.
with us, yeah?
Exactly.
he's not.
He's linked with us.
He
The
is,
question
he
was
is.
basically
as much as we
yeah.
don't want him to be, he is. Like,
Well, Tuchel
It could be a last-minute transfer.
The only good part is that Tuchel does not want him. And it's funny because the people who, when I came on the stream, were talking about players like Ake, that even though Tuchel wanted, I was like, yo, he's shit. They were like, well, if Tuchel wants him, give it a chance. If Tuchel wants him, Tuchel does not want this guy, but yet you guys want him.
Bowie isn't ruling it out either.
I'd rather take Aubameyang.
But
No,
what
he's
if
ruling
Tuchel changes
out.
his mind?
I
then?
do not want to
I'd
Aubameyang.
rather
I'm
check-
biased
I'd
on this
rather-
one. I don't give a fuck.
Hang on,
I just
Aubameyang
need
literally
to-
gives
I
you
don't
the
give a
same
fuck.
Ronaldo
offers.
or Aubameyang? I'll take Ronaldo any day.
They're
You
both
guys are
shit.
fanboys,
I will
man.
take either. I will take either. Like, I'm
They're
not
both
gonna say
bad.
yes. I want Ronaldo.
Can
and
we
then
get
turn
them
my nose
both?
up
Any
at
chance we
Aubameyang.
can get them both?
What are you guys even saying right now?
I was going to say, we went through a whole
You-
season of a toxic striker who thought he was better than he was.
You know what?
And
Bring him
man
in. It
want-
might
and
get
you
too
man want-
Yes,
Fine.
yes,
I'm
and we were fine. We were
and you
fine
man
until
want
he did the
to.
interview.
You man
I'm
want
not
to
letting
kill
him
them.
We didn't drop
You
out
know-
of first place because of Lukaku. We dropped out because of wing back and
Scott.
midfield injuries.
Lukaku was still poor before the interview.
Scott,
He wasn't poor. He had 2 man of the matches before the interview dropped. What are you
Look,
talking
I
about?
think-
He went
I-
7 games without scoring.
fucking
Oh my God! One at a
Oh,
time, please.
fucking hell, man. And how much
Look.
did Werner and Havertz go without
They
scoring?
went for Ronaldo's interview.
Hold on a second. Ronaldo's toxicity, how you fucking say the word? It wasn't about like, if like a system or all that football reasoning. Ronaldo is actual football reasoning for being toxic, for people not putting a shift. Lukaku's problem was wasn't related to the football. That's the problem. You can say that Ronaldo is toxic, but he's toxic on the right side. He wants to win. He wants the players to be performing. That's the toxicity.
Why does he want
Whatever
that,
the
though?
fuck that stupid word in
No,
English.
I
Because
think
that's his level.
I'd agree with
Because he
I'd
wants
agree
more
with Alex
goals.
here.
Yeah,
Exactly.
He ambition here. He wanted ambition from the players. I don't think so. That's a wrong thing.
That's
Yep.
Okay. You're right, but the reason he wants that ambition because he cares about Cristiano Ronaldo,
I was going to say,
And-
like,
and that's it. He doesn't care about the team.
So what?
He
Let him
doesn't
be
care
selfish in our
about
team.
Cristiano
Let him
Ronaldo.
back goals. Let him be
Mind.
selfish.
you
No,
can
every
you
other
can want,
top club in the
Because
world.
best for Ronaldo
no,
is
no,
more
no,
goals,
no, hang
more
on, hang on.
goals
You
and
can
more
want
wins for Chelsea.
ambition. You can want ambition, but there's a way of showing it, and his way of showing it has been to just leave the club and take an extended holiday, to then walk out of a football match in the 75th minute because he didn't want to be there. Like,
Because he's at
He
United
wasn't
with no
the one.
ambition.
no, it
How
does not
does
matter.
United's a
Lewis,
fucking
no, I
mess.
don't care that it's at United. They have a new manager who's doing something new with them. You could at least give that a chance, but he's not. He's been a dickhead about it. With
The
how he's
funny
gone
part
about
Yeah,
it,
that
he's-
was because he wants Champions
no.
League
To be honest,
football.
one of
But
the
The
real
funny
reasons
part,
why-
you know, the funny
Good.
part is about the Ronaldo and the whole thing. Before Ronaldo came to United, there was a still same fucking problem. It was a still problem with United team. Remember
Wait,
that?
didn't he know that?
Who?
Cristiano Ronaldo. So he didn't know that Ole was the manager when he decided to go there. He didn't know that.
So
They ended second. So
He didn't know all the issues there.
So he didn't know all the fucking issues. Get out of here, man.
He didn't
Oh,
leave
so
him.
you
Why did he
think
call him
that-
out for then? Why did he have that interview and call him out for then, Dan,
He
later
wasn't
on?
getting his stats. He wasn't getting his
my
stats.
God,
He
you're
literally-
still
he
talking
literally-
about
yeah, all right.
fucking somebody
Look,
that didn't play
look,
for us.
he
Or
literally-
not-
I want him to play for us.
Ronaldo literally had
Let's talk about
by
Carlos
calling out
Pamecca.
his players for not pulling the shift.
Pulling their shift. We say these players are shit, meaning they're not good. It doesn't matter what shift they put in, they're still not good. They're just shit players. And he knew that before he went
The
there.
funny part is those same players got the second spot in the Premier League before. Those same shit players.
Oh, so they're not shit. So this isn't
I
the
don't
worst.
think-
thing.
I
No,
don't
but
think
do you
they're
remember the
shit as
transfer
they
window
think
they
it-
had?
that
Sancho,
everybody keeps
Varane.
calling them.
Which one is it? Is it the worst Manchester United team ever, or is it the best? Like,
Why are you
my
talking
God.
to me? Did I say that this is the worst
Holy
Manchester
shit,
United
we're
team
still
ever?
talking about Man United.
that's the narrative. Yeah, we are.
Well, that's stupid because we're a Chelsea fan channel. Let's talk about people who are linked to Chelsea that actually.
Ronaldo's linked to Chelsea.
Ronaldo,
He's
Yeah, but
not
the-
linked
but-
to
about
Chelsea.
the person who's linked
But
to
the
Chelsea.
narrative should
People
be,
has already
right,
turned
is
it
that we're
down.
linked to Ronaldo and Aubameyang and we're being very picky about who we want. And you guys say, well, I don't want a toxic player. We had, you know what we've been through over a couple years? Not just one season. We don't have a goal scorer. We don't have people that score goals. And now you're worried about one toxic striker that came in, Lukaku, right? But what about the 3 seasons we didn't have no one to score goals? Now we're linked with prolific goal scorers that can solve a problem for a couple of seasons because there is no other proper striker out there to buy.
No, there is.
And when you're
That's
and
not-
when you're
that's
bringing
not
in
the issue. I was going to say the issue, like, go and find a goal scorer then who's not a toxic dickhead.
No, when you're bringing in
sure.
list, when you bring in
I
list,
genuinely,
Cucurella,
no word of a lie, and people can
Chris
laugh
Wood. I know you're going to say it.
I'm with you.
They can clip me up like they did with the Cucurella nonsense until I was proven to be right with that. I'd rather go and get that Sesko kid than Ronaldo. I'd rather go and get Sesko.
Yeah, but I agree, Scott.
So you're going to take a young kid from Austrian League that scored 10 goals?
Because he's going to be willing to work and learn under Tuchel, where Ronaldo, the instant something doesn't go his way,
so you're willing to take that gamble.
But isn't the learning aspect that is common with
Broja is more proven than that guy,
right?
Throw his toys out the pram, as he always does.
You guys hate MKZ Stars comment is brilliant. Costa was toxic.
Scott, the whole
yes, Costa wanted to leave every year.
Costa was toxic, man.
Yeah.
But holy shit.
We were about
he kicked his toys out of the Prem when he didn't get that move to China.
Oh my god.
No, the whole reason why I wanted to bring this up was like when you have a set
Welcome
of
to Manu
defenders.
new fan channel.
Just to say, we're going to go through a few of the super chats. Frosted Myth says, big up everyone. Tamori is one player I would have kept. Him or Gay, to be honest, they would have been the two.
And Tamori's not good in the air.
And Lamptey.
Yeah, that was his weakness with us.
And his positional sense is shit.
Oh, and Musiala.
Yeah, and Musiala.
Yeah, that was somebody I would keep as Musiala, because that dude's going to... Oh, he's
I will say, though, Tamori does come with Lampard defensive system tax, so I'll allow him.
No.
And
I think Tamori's an Italian champion. Give him his respect, man.
I think there were other issues with Musiala, too.
If he is willing to sit on the bench, does he mean in terms of Ronaldo? Because Ronaldo wouldn't be sitting on the bench with this attack. He'd be starting.
I have no idea.
But just now,
hey, Dan, what striker did you say? I couldn't hear you.
What?
Did you say a striker's name? I thought I heard you say someone's name. You said, do you like who?
No. I didn't say striker.
Oh, yeah. Now we've gone through
usually doesn't call names. Yeah, the striker is going to be Kai Havertz. Sorry.
What's everyone's thoughts on Aubameyang links?
It's the same problem. It's like
Obama what?
It doesn't fit the system.
Obama who?
Obama
Let's go.
Have you guys seen all or nothing?
Hey, that would be so fun to do as well. We need these players in. How are we getting both in?
I seriously would like to know what's his name is gonna say, because they will
Troops.
Troops is my guy, man. I will buy Troops. If you're watching, I will buy you a Chelsea Aubameyang shirt as a friend to a friend. I got you, my guy.
Have you guys?
I'll even roll a little spliffy as well, and we can celebrate.
Oh my god, look,
bro. I am all here for Aubameyang.
You guys
think he doesn't want to leave though.
Do you guys take Aubameyang or Depay?
Good.
Even if he doesn't want to leave,
we're gonna call him
He's
Aubameyang.
got 1 year left.
We're gonna since we Americanized, we're gonna call him Obama instead of Auba.
Oh my god. That is terrible, bro. Oh my gosh.
Obama clot blood.
Let me turn off my camera real quick.
Fucking hell, man. But yeah, what, Scott? You're against the Aubameyang transfer?
Oh yeah, 100%. Again, it's another striker that doesn't fit how we want to play. Yeah, he played with Tuchel, but if we're going to use the same,
I think he's going to be direct replacement for Timo Werner.
Yeah, he played in the system. In the league. No, hang on.
Side.
He played under the system in the league that most of the people on this panel have claimed we need to have we need to be wary about, because they play with high lines. And most of his success when at Arsenal came under people like Emery, who played a defensive system, and he was able to get in behind through long balls from either David Luiz or players like that. Again, you just want to buy a player because it's a fancy name.
No. I think no.
But under Javi, they played high.
What's his name? Auba played well for Barcelona last half of the season, and
that's 11 goals in 13 games, man.
What did he do in the Premier League? The fucking 30 games prior to that.
Well,
exactly.
He did more than any of our strikers.
That was when Arteta.
No, he did not. He was terrible.
Again, why do we
last season?
Again, why do we have to constantly use this like clarifier of, oh, but it's better than what our strikers doing? That doesn't mean anything, because I can keep saying it.
Go and
buy fucking Timu Pukki then or something, or go and buy Solanke or something from Bournemouth, because they do better than our strikers.
I'll bring back
Scott. You've been using the same thing before too.
One at a time, guys.
Yeah.
I'll bring back
It's constant
Solanke.
qualifier, man.
No,
They're better than what we have.
Scott, I know what you're saying. I'm not a fan of Aubameyang. Don't get me wrong. If it was a younger, better prospect, I will agree with you. I take a Ronaldo because it's just 1 year thing. I'll take Auba just because it's a short fix because there's nobody to buy. And I don't care what name that you said that I don't know that think that it will improve our squad. I think those two can improve. That's it.
I don't think so. I'll be honest.
Okay,
Yeah.
I mean, I just think I'm not
And
saying
as
we're
well,
going to improve drastically.
What's the point of getting someone in for a 1 year? Like, what does get Ronaldo and or Aubameyang in? What does it do for us? Does it win us the league?
Maybe.
There's no one available.
No, it doesn't. Like, let's not mess about. It doesn't.
It provides a short-term cover until
So why
growth
even play the
attempts.
season then? Let's just
No,
turn it down.
does it win us
If they
does it
score
win us
15 or
the
20
Champions League?
goals, then
Does it win
yes,
us the
that helps us
Champions
quite a bit.
League? Potentially wins us the Champions League. If we're going to get someone, I want someone that's going to be here for at least 3 seasons who we can look to
But
progress
there's
with,
nobody
and eventually
there.
win. Yes, there is. If you go and look, but again, people just don't want to go out and scout because our scouting system's
Look,
dog
what
shit.
I'm saying, okay, Scott, okay.
Go on
This kid
FM.
that you
Go
named.
and find someone.
No,
Like,
okay.
don't
If you
answer
want,
it.
no,
I got
Scott.
actually
One at a
breaking. I
time.
got breaking news. Breaking news. Barcelona will not sign Azpilicueta this summer. The Blues captain will renew 2 seasons with Chelsea.
Fuck.
That's
I said it
Gerard
before.
Romero who said that.
I
said it
didn't.
before.
I thought it'd be unlikely we get 2 centre backs anyway.
Nah,
so I'm not-
Tuchel won. He won, man.
Is what it
Anyway,
is.
what I was trying to say, Scott, the names that you give me, it's a young strikers. Are they gonna improve us this year?
Don't have to just be young strikers. Again, I've said this
Okay,
before.
okay,
how
old
long they'll be
strikers.
here. You can go and find someone. We're talking about going, like the comment that was made, like what we were talking about at the start about going finding players from bottom feeder teams that we can go and sign, quote unquote. Like, go and find someone. Like, this is what we used to do. We went out and found like Costa after he'd had 1 good year of being at Atletico, or 2 good years.
Did he
whatever
say
it was.
bottom feeder teams?
Yeah.
I said quote unquote. Because I
Scott,
was
you're being very arrogant right now with your selections about strikers.
I'm not.
That was so
At all.
petty. That was so petty.
Because
Yeah, I'm
again,
here
you just
for
go,
it.
No,
you
I'm
just
saying,
go, you just go and find these players. Again, this is what we used to do. This is what other teams do.
I
but
know, Scott, but you
listen,
have to look,
yeah.
look, Scott. Look, I think people, for me, it pisses me off with youngsters. I love youngsters in the team, but
It's not
when
about
you're fighting,
youngsters.
okay,
It's never
Name
been
it.
about
Okay.
youngsters
About the
because
player
I
that
don't
you
understand.
mentioned. Like, why don't you understand that?
Yeah, but you
I
guys,
don't-
like Chelsea,
I'm not
aren't in the
talking just like
business of like waiting
I mean,
2 or 3
one
years for
is-
someone to come
Exactly,
good.
for
Like,
somebody to
Okay, cool.
develop.
I mentioned
You said you're,
one guy.
you're waiting 1 year to buy somebody. You know, next year there's so many players who have release clauses that kick in. So all this striker market is going to be shit. It's not going to be shit next year.
Hey,
That's
what
what
about
I'm saying.
Zaniolo? What about
okay, so then
Zaniolo?
why not get a stopgap for a season until
Why
maybe
exactly?
somebody blows up in the World Cup and you can go
But
get
there
him. Like,
isn't a stopgap that fits the way that we play that Tuchel
And
wants.
again, so we get a 300 grand a week stopgap that could potentially ruin the animosity or like make
For
animosity
1 year,
in the dressing
yes,
room.
I'll take 300.
Yeah.
You guys just never learn. Everything's
you
always
don't.
stopgap.
You
I thought
don't.
this was a different Chelsea.
You don't.
So we're supposed to wait 2-3 years for the managers to win, but we can't
All it
wait.
is is names, bro. All it is
Come on,
names. It's just
come on.
name after name after name. I'll take this name or this name or this name. That's all it is. It's not. There's no difference. No difference.
Nothing. Like,
Nothing
we want to
different.
operate the exact same way we operated. The only difference is you guys never want the manager fired. That's the only difference.
If I remember
say
right,
one
when
thing.
you
If
guys
I
did for
rem-
Lukaku for
I'll
the
say
same
one thing.
reason.
No,
Le-
yeah.
le- le-
If
see,
I
this is the
remember
thing, right?
correctly, Thiago Silva stopgap actually made the improvement and a difference as a stopgap.
So this is the reason why
I
I'd
remember
say a
Giroud.
stopgap.
Thiago
could still
Silva.
happen.
Remember, it was just a fix for the
Lord,
one season.
Good Lord. Yeah,
Just a second.
How long has Thiago Silva been here now?
VJ,
That's
what you got to say,
I'm
bro?
saying.
No.
You win
I'll
for the
give it-
experience
how long-
as a
season?
By the end of this
stopgap.
Oh, I
coming
thought
season,
so. Yeah, it's a good
2023,
talk, bro.
How long is he going to have been here for? And also, the biggest thing again that me and Dan keep mentioning with this is
the
how
player.
toxic has Thiago Silva made the dressing room worse by being toxic? No, he's elevated it. Aubameyang
yes,
and
he's got
Ronaldo do
Andreas
not do
Christensen's
that.
progress into the team. Get him
like,
out.
what kind of
Lewis has his
damage
own
do you think Ronaldo will do in a season? Like this is a strong
The same
United
damage
locker room
we've-
already.
sorry,
Like,
the same damage we've just seen him do.
Strong United. I thought we were
What
hearing
damage
news
he
about about damage in the locker room from the Lukaku thing. How strong are we?
No, to be honest,
I think the locker room was united against Lukaku.
Azpi is getting a 2-year contract, and he's been part of the rock.
I'm gonna go
Guys, everyone is talking over each other and
Can I say
nobody
something?
can hear anything. So, guys, can we try and do one at a time? I know it's chaos. I completely understand. Let's try and do one at a time.
Just a second. I just like to explain why a stopgap at this point in time would work. You guys let me know about your thoughts on that. See, the first thing is we've got Timo Werner on our wages right now at this point. Okay, we've got Lukaku still on our books. Yeah, we've got Pulisic, who's not playing a lot of games. Lukaku is still on our wages technically. We could call him still out of loan, but then we're paying 20 million a year for him. But then we're getting 8 million, which means we're still paying into 12 million end of the day per year, right? So he's still on our books technically.
He took a pay cut.
No, but then we have to still pay the transfer fees for them. What we agreed with Inter, that still works. That still is valid, right? The 100 million. The amortized transfer fee, that is what I'm talking about. Anyways, so we've got these many strikers on our book, which means it's going to be difficult for us to go for a striker on a long-term contract basis, because we also have Armando Broja on, I believe it was a 5-year contract that he signed last year. Yeah. So if these many strikers are on our books, I'd say probably Chelsea is more reluctant to do a long-term contract for anyone, which means the stopgap solution is something that they'd be looking at. And try to move these guys out of our wages first and then have another striker. Otherwise, it will be just, a flurry of strikers in our books without an option to either, have them long-term or extend their contract by any means. That's the reason why I say, you know what, even if we don't want that, probably Chelsea would do the same, like a 1-year contract. And that's why we are linked with players on this capacity. Cristiano Ronaldo, Aubameyang, people who would accept a single year contract or maybe a 2-year contract. Hope that makes sense. Continue discussing on that.
So if we bring Fofana in, which looks like at least Bowley's going to attempt to do, does that mean we're keeping Azpi because he doesn't rate Chalobah as backup?
Could be right wing back.
No, it's because Azpi can play wing back and center back.
No, he can't. Not good.
Not good. No.
Yeah, but I mean that we do lacking backup there.
I think he'd be strictly a right center back option next season.
Yeah, I think.
And a backup.
But then he's probably going to play Chalobah left center back then.
And also, just because
you don't have a left center back backup.
Oh, where is the Koulibaly playing?
He's not a backup.
Oh, backup. Okay.
So nobody wants to answer that question, huh?
Well, I think he keeps saying he doesn't want to lose his leaders, which is like, I mean, I don't know how big of a leader Azpi is.
No, Azpi's a big leader in the dressing room.
Azpi is a big leader in the dressing room. Yeah,
he's a better option at right center back or any position than Trevor Chalobah.
Is he?
For me, For me, Azpilicueta, I've already said the same thing.
Azpilicueta is terrible.
No, as long as you use him sparingly, there is still a quality player in there. The problem
No, there's not. No, there's not.
No. Let's act like
Lewis has a point. He has looking ragged later on.
Listen, we saw probably 5 good games out of Azpi. Azpi was terrible this year.
What happens if he gives us those again?
No, Chalobah was very good last year.
Yeah, Chalobah was good.
Okay, well, I spoke
back
to
or
a
wing back?
scout who says Chalobah is not good and he's afraid of the ball.
Who was the scout paid by?
That's for me to know and you to find out.
Yeah, he's not.
Dead sources.
I don't trust this scout. I'm sorry. Listen, but anyway,
he's good years of scouting.
First half of the season, Chalobah.
You just said a random scout told you. Listen, man.
I didn't say it was a random scout, did I?
You gotta stop listening to random people.
Who does a scout work for?
He's random to me.
Ooh, there you go, random away. Who does he work for? Scouting anymore.
That's what I'm saying. Like, a scout for the under 13 team for like New York City is not the level that we're talking about to judge Chalobah.
Right, I agree.
Okay, well, you guys think Chalobah's a good defender. You
better than Azpi.
I think he's better than Azpi. Yeah.
As a center back.
Yeah,
Really?
As anything, to be honest with you.
Okay.
He's got about 20
Yeah,
minutes.
the only
If
got
we're
20
talking
minutes
about
in him.
pure ability in a one-off game, no chance. Because I
Azpi's got about-
understand the question with Azpi is longevity. I understand that, but if you use him sparingly, you can still get the best.
It's not longevity. He's terrible.
All ends up every single time. He was terrible last season.
Hit the likes button,
Because
people.
we overused him.
No,
it wasn't over.
That's not true, man.
It was. We relied on him in basically every game.
He wants to play even
games.
more. What do you mean every? He played like 24 games.
You know what? I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this and
look.
leave it at that, right?
Yeah.
See,
I think way more than games because James was injured a lot last season. So
Yeah.
this might be a bit controversial when I
Into
say this.
AC wasn't playing because of the contract situation. Like
yeah, but
that's two
Chalobah was
players out
playing
there
during
as
that time.
well.
Guys,
There is
guys,
a case to be made. What Lewis said. If
guys,
you use
Alonso
him
and Azpilicueta
in a limited capacity, he'll do well.
Exactly.
If you want to actually know the quality of Alonso and Azpilicueta, please ask our rival fans. Every rival fans, like fan clubs, generally people who I talk to, at least Tottenham, be it Arsenal or Manchester City, United, those guys actually respect the quality of both Alonso and Azpilicueta more than Chelsea fan base. I wouldn't take Azpilicueta very lightly in that way.
And
They
Terry,
don't watch all our games. Like,
and
so
Terry at the
We
football
still play
Terrace,
against them and they put in a very
Hey.
good shift.
Terry Fleurs thinks he's one of the best defenders of the Premier League era. So
Azpi started 25 to 30 games last season in the league, by the way, just in the league alone.
just in the league,
Yeah.
exactly. Man.
Just in the
And
league.
Yeah.
more important, he
Let's
was
have a look.
playing
Cool, I'll put it up on the share
on a
screen.
wing back. As a wing back, he had started more those games because we are short on the wing backs, and
Reece
wing
was
backs
injured,
are
yeah.
actually running like
Right,
a
so in
mad.
the league, 1 start, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the bench for those ones, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, all 90 minutes, by the way, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, no, these two are off the bench, and 26.
Okay, how were
So
the
he was starting
performances?
11 24 times, subbed in 3, on the bench 7 times.
Okay, and how
So
were
he
the
had 24
performances?
starts. We over-relied on him last season, and that's what the problem
24,
was.
that's
Use him
over-relying?
sparingly.
We played like
24
Alonso played 40 games last year. We're
As
talking
a
about
wing back
24.
more.
24
Don't
is
forget he
over-reliant?
played.
But this is just the EPL. This list.
That's just the Premier League. If
24
you want to
that's
go into
just
the cup
over-
games
come on,
too,
man. Come on,
Yeah,
brother.
but everyone remembers
played
him
both
for
games in the
towards
Club
the end
World
of the
Cup.
season.
Listen, he was never good, man. This
Never.
season.
Ashby was never good.
This season.
No, he
was
wasn't.
bad.
I like how you ignore the important bit in that. He said this last season. Like he said that. He was never
Oh, I
good.
ignored him when he said that because
Fair enough.
And Terry saying that about Azpi, that's a true statement. Overall, in the history of the Premier League, he's one of the better defenders that's played in the league.
Exactly.
But
Yes.
he's absolutely done. He's
Exactly. Like Branislav Ivanovic was one of the best right backs in the Premier League, but we all saw when he was done. Like we all saw when he started to deteriorate. We're seeing the same now with Azpi. In fact, it might be an even quicker deterioration, but people just don't want to accept that he's now
Nah,
done.
15-16 Ivanovic is the maddest drop-off I've ever seen.
Bro,
He
went from
might
the
have
best right back
20,
in the
he
league
might
to
have
right
20
back.
minutes in his legs a game, maybe 20 minutes.
I'll say he's gassed by the 30th minute. Like he's done. Like I respect
Probably
Azpi
because
for
we're
what he's done,
overplaying him.
but he's done. No,
he's
Lewis,
just not good.
he's getting
He's just
gassed
Look,
by
I'm not a
30
fan of Ashby. I'm not his. I wanted him sold 2 seasons ago. But if I have a choice to bring Azpilicueta off the bench or Trevor Chalobah,
It's Chalobah.
it's Ashby all day long in a big
No,
game.
it's not.
Nah.
All
Any
day.
game.
No, it's not.
long.
Not right now. It's not.
He's
I agree with
cooked,
Justice.
Why is that Poku?
Yo, he's cooked.
Because
Yeah.
Chalobah was better
No
last
question.
season. He's more fresher,
Yeah.
more faster.
More
And
attacking.
he'll get better. He's young enough to get better. Aspie is on the
Hey.
decline. He's not going to get better this year than what he played last year. There's no way
I
now.
don't think Chalobah's that bad.
Hey, but it's
the only
a
way
type
to
of
preserve
season
him,
though.
Y'all got to recognize. All you care about is
I think
Colwill
people
and
are
his 14
overreacting with
goals.
Chalobah as well. Because
No,
I-
It's more about my
on a-
eyes than what I
He's
saw last
pants
year.
in
A
defense.
question,
No, he's
a
not.
question for the panel.
He's not
Would
trash
you
in
want
defense.
Azpilicueta on a one-on-one situation, or would you want Chalobah on one-on-ones?
Ashby.
Azpi.
Chalobah all day. Aspie
That's
is
his
getting
primary
Chalobah.
Oh, you guys are so.
Aspie is
Come on,
getting.
Azpi on one-on-one any day.
If you'd
Hey,
asked
He's
me, like,
getting ran right by.
was going to say, if you'd asked me that question, a year or two ago, it would have been Azpi definitely. Now it's a genuine debate in my head. Because Azpi getting beaten.
We watched Chalo.
The 7th highest minutes in the squad last season, by the way.
We watched Chalo go 90 minutes against Luis Diaz and was on his ass the whole game. Like, I don't know, man. I've done with Azpi.
I've also seen him give away penalties, stupid penalties.
Gave away one pen last year, man. Same as Thiago Silva.
And 25 should have been a penalty.
I saw the same thing. That Azpi did that under Lampard in the Champions League. The FA Cup final was getting all ends up by Aubameyang. All ends up. So, and that was what, 2 years ago.
So, no. What did he do against
That's
Arsenal?
Why we should get Aubameyang.
He gave away a penalty. Saka. And he gave away the ball that they scored from.
That is what Azpi does now. That's what he does. And that's why I said, Chalobah is rash and he does make stupid mistakes, but they both do. That's why it's a debate in my head.
Let's be real.
They're both as bad as each other 1v1 now. They're both as bad as each other.
Let's be real. There's other news.
Take away the
Leicester
captain.
City is interested in Cho.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah,
good.
Take
So
away.
my new slogan is
switch
show
the
free in
I just want to
Lewis,
2023.
the panel, the chat.
Yeah, hey, can I add this at the end of this? Because it's a type of season this season that both those players will get game time and will be needed. The whole squad, the depth of the squad is going to be tested in this season with the World Cup and the amount of games we're going to play. So Azpi and Chalobah are going to get, if they stay in the team, are going to get decent game time and contribute and help Reece James. Probably, there's been a debate if Reece James injury prone or not, and that's going to be tested. And these are the players that are going to help him keep fit. So I think end of the day, both those players are going to see a lot of game time, and they're going to help.
Well, if Chelsea go and get Kyle Walker-Peters or Domitric or one of these right wing backs, then Azpi will never play on the right wing.
Yeah, then that contradicts from the reports we were hearing then about keeping him.
That means less game time for him,
he's
and that means we can use him in a
That's terrible.
Lewis.
Yeah.
Yo.
And also, just because
direct.
Oh, one sec.
I'd rather have Chalobah as a backup.
Okay, well that's you.
I think both are staying. Honestly,
I would rather have experience.
They're probably both staying, but for me, the only thing Azpi's bringing to this team is the leadership, off the pitch. Kind of the same sort of thing Terry did under Conte, when he basically never played, but he just brought the leadership off the pitch. And
I just think it's something subject we can change and just look at it and.
Yeah, I'll bring that up.
Who's attracted attention from Leicester?
Yeah, good for the fucking the Fofana deal. If it means we can maybe get a little bit taken out of this. I did see this as well, by the way. That's what Alex sent me. About a bunch of Premier League pundits talking about predictions for the season. Barely anyone has Chelsea in third. Majority are picking Tottenham for third place. There's a couple that are saying Chelsea won't even make top four. But again, it depends on... I'm not saying nothing about our top four predictions until our window's done.
Are we listening to English pundits talk about Chelsea? When has an English pundit ever been generous to Chelsea?
Rob Green didn't even put us in the top four. Fucking hell, man.
Yeah, and if you just listen to what Peter did,
so does Michael Richards.
He debunks the Arsenal hype 100%.
Yeah. By the way, what a classic!
I still need to watch that. I still need to watch that. Fuck.
The best thing I've watched in a while, man.
I don't trust these guys. I mean, the English mainstream journalists and all. For me, expressions put him on top four. So there you go. A Tottenham fan putting him on top four. Putting Chelsea on top four. So there you go. They're still scared of us.
So Arsenal played 44 games last year and couldn't make top four.
Yeah, and people think they're going to do with more games. That's why Tottenham are the team that worries me, not Arsenal. Arsenal will Arsenal. I'm sure of that.
Who's seen Arsenal all or nothing?
Oh, that's fucking hilarious, man. It's so fucking funny. Arteta has the fucking photographer doing team talks and shit.
Have you seen his clap?
You see the hype music that they have, the way they set the scene for fucking Norwich at home.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous. Yeah. It's utterly it's so funny. If you guys haven't watched it, go watch All or Nothing, man. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Big game for them according to their, in their books, Norwich.
It was crazy. They got Arteta for pre-match talks, getting the whole fan base, getting the whole club to just do this in the dressing room, and then they go and lose to Everton. The Liverpool game, the Arteta had them fucking. What was he doing? He had speakers all around the training ground, and he was playing "You'll Never Walk Alone" to try and prepare them for Anfield, and then they went and lost 4-0.
You're ruining the show for us.
So funny.
Lewis.
By the way, there's a lot of things they not shown when he, after the losses, specifically to City, he was really pissed. But they didn't show us because there was a lot more to the dressing rooms than what they shown.
Do you think?
By the way, if you watched the Pep Guardiola's All or Nothing, if you watched it before, you can see how what's his name, Arteta doing. He does exactly the same way, same style of manager before the
Same mannerisms.
Yeah. Same. I can't believe he actually brought it, Pep, when he said, "There's one thing Pep told me," and he's like, "Pep told me," you know what I'm saying? Like, he's gonna bring the Pep a lot in a conversation.
Do you think they'll show the Aubameyang stuff?
They will.
We're not gonna show details, but we're gonna show that they the ones that made the decision and blah blah blah.
They're going to show a lot that puts them in poor light.
Yeah,
it's just, I mean,
documentary.
Again, if that's the best they can do as positive stuff, that's a really fucked team. Because that manager's a joke.
Imagine if they weren't in the top 4 race. that documentary would get so much more attention.
It's just what I'm episodes for me.
Rigo Park again. DM me, bro. You want the new Chelsea kit? I need your address so I can send it over. But he says English pundits are worse than English refs. Just be England like that, innit? But we're proven wrong. Same way we did back in 1920 when everyone said we weren't making top 4.
Chelsea are better off underdogs.
Another thing is true. We are
Chelsea
always better players as underdogs. You're right, BJ.
But then it makes a success story even better.
Yeah, more sweet.
What was your thoughts on the Ziyech to Man United link that came out yesterday?
What, he wants the entire Netherlands team in his Manchester United video, like Anthony.
I think if they don't get Anthony, they're going after Ziyech.
So y'all are really
trying to form
worried about
another
Ziyech going to Man United?
I'm not.
Is that really what we're talking about now?
I mean, Ten Hag knows how to get the best out of him.
He can't play in the Premier League. He's not good at. He's not physical enough. He's not fast enough to play in.
He actually can. He played really well
when we play him as a wide winger in a 4.
Yeah, but the thing with the Ziyech thing is the same like attitude I have towards that I had towards, I think, was it? I can't remember. It was Werner or Pulisic we were talking about going to Liverpool on a streams a month ago. Like, it was the same thing. I wouldn't send him there or let him go there on the off chance that he's going to come good. Like, because there's always that chance he could come good. So there's always
I don't want him to go there either. Like, well, why would
there's always a chance I can win a lot of that.
Like, I don't want to send him there just because like there's that chance he can come good and do bits for them. So like, I prefer to send him to.
He probably will, honestly.
By the way, he played well when he changed to his better position. Suited for him.
Under Tuchel and Lampard, when we played a 4, he was one of our best players.
Yeah,
and I have faith like that he probably will come good for them, especially playing under Ten Hag and playing how he wants to play. But like, I just wouldn't send him there. Let him go to AC.
Milan. Yeah.
Well, I think that's fallen through because they signed the kid, the Belgian.
And is there any evidence that he's gotten the best out of Donny van de Beek since he's been there this summer? Like, and Donny van de Beek was one of his best players at Ajax. Like,
I mean, Van de Beek's looked better.
Van de Beek played well last game. Yeah, but that's what he does. I don't know.
This is how you're showing that the good things happens from the midfield. If your midfield restructure is poor, that's how your whole team is. Doesn't matter if it's a Van der Beek or who's the Beek or whoever's Beek is.
That's their biggest weakness, yeah.
So I'm pretty sure you guys would have covered this topic in detail, but if you've not, like Frankie de Jong situation to Chelsea, apparently Man United might lose this battle. They're already looking at alternatives. Your thoughts on that?
If he's coming to England, he's coming to Chelsea.
Yeah, I think they've lost that battle already.
I still think he's not going nowhere, but if he goes to somewhere, I think it's going to be England.
Yeah,
but if he comes to Chelsea, he might become the highest paid player, even if he decides to take a wage cut.
More than Sterling?
Are you guys
no.
concerned about that?
More than Sterling?
I think he'll be
Yeah.
on 300K.
Yeah, I think it's going to be.
I think
about
he
that.
would be on 375
Not a
minimum.
chance.
Well, it depends.
Then-
375. Hey, no.
Right
What's he
now,
getting paid
he's
right now?
probably on. Wait, right now,
Right
I
now
think
he's
he's
on
on
over
600.
Yeah.
I know he's like a
He's
600K.
525 right now.
He's not
600.
getting 600K anywhere. In
He's
the
not
world.
getting six.
No.
No, he's getting at 600, I believe, in Barcelona. But
Yeah,
I might have to
euro.
confirm that.
That's
Yeah,
euro.
euro.
What's that in pounds?
Well, it's 85% of that.
Yeah, close to.
So whatever the exchange rate is
450?
at this moment.
I think
No, it's
the top-
500. It's 500 pound. 500k.
Yeah.
Yeah,
500k.
still
But
huge.
he knows he's not getting that in England.
he knows
So-
he's not getting that anywhere.
Or
in the world.
anywhere. Yeah, I don't think
Yeah,
anyone
anywhere in
pays
the
him
world. And he's actually probably not getting that in Barcelona right now. 'Cause
By
they
the way,
only-
the latest report saying that Barcelona, if they do not get rid of that players, they are going to not able to register the players that they sign.
Yep.
And that's not for the Barcelona fans. That's not English media. That's Barcelona media.
Yeah, that's Spanish media, right?
I read something today. I read something this morning. It said like they're angry at some of the players like Braithwaite and stuff because they've known they told them they wanted him out a while ago and they haven't done anything to try to facilitate a move. It's like, isn't that your job to find them a club to go to? Like, are you? Why are they in charge of facilitating their own transfers? Like,
And I think there is a difference in the valuation between La Liga and Barcelona in the way that they've done like close to 130 million or something. There's a deficit in terms of the valuation. So, which might be the issue.
They've spent the most of any club in Europe right now. And if you look at, if I'm a player on that team and I'm not getting my wages and I go, you just spent 138 million on players and you're not paying me my wage, like fuck
I'd be in
you.
court. I'd be in court right now.
They're gonna take
No,
yeah,
do you understand
court.
that the players that they signed did not register? I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
think
no,
they
no,
actually
absolutely.
paying them. I
But
don't
tell me
think
one
they
thing,
actually
guys.
paying them salary.
They can
I'm-
pay them. They can't register them to play in La Liga. They can actually
Right.
play in Champions League. They just can't play in La Liga.
So if they're not registered for La Liga, they're not supposed to play their first game, right? Like if they're not registered.
Yeah.
with
No,
Barcelona
they
by the
can't
time.
play.
They have
They
to be.
can't.
They have to be registered by the end of the window, or they can't play at all. The
Not
rest
by
of
the
the
end of the window. Not by the
No,
end
no.
of the window.
No, no,
To play the
there's
first
a-
La Liga game, they should
No,
be
no,
registered, right?
so they can't play their first league game. But I'm talking there. So at the end of every window, there's like a registration like cut off. If you don't
Yeah.
register your players by that end of the window, the next
Yeah.
time you can register them is in January.
Yeah, that
Hey,
makes
wait,
sense.
so you
that
can't-
obviously
wait.
makes sense.
Wait, so
What I'm
you
trying
can't
to
get
ask
like,
is like, yeah, go on, buddy.
yeah, I'm saying like you can't get what free transfer in the middle of the season. What they can't do.
Yeah.
They can't just.
Yeah, you can't register a guy 3 weeks into the year. Like, there's a
Yeah.
deadline for when you can register players by. Like,
And especially that's especially for the Champions League, they would not be able to register again until the end of August. Sorry, the end of January. Sorry, when the end of the next window ends. So they
that would be
they
so
need-
peak to watch all 4
By
or
the
5
way,
of these guys.
there's
not get
another
the play.
thing that Spanish media said. That's not the only problem. The problem is that what's the name?
I don't know.
It's not only that they cannot register them. The thing is, they already got that third liver. They already have it. They are waiting it. They didn't want to use it because it's not enough for the older players. So if we're gonna use it now, they cannot use it at all. So, for example, with the liver that we have, they cannot register all the players that they signed. This is final liver that we have. So with this liver, if they do not, if they will use it right now, they can only sign specific players, but not all of them. So the reason why they're holding on, because they're gonna try to get the wages done before that, so they can all do it once. So they get the bigger junk to sign all the players.
There's a report they've asked Busquets and Piqué to take pay cuts, which I think which I'm pretty sure would be Piqué's second pay cut.
Wait, they're not
either-
getting
Take another one. So I'm not
They're
surprised.
not getting off.
I was going to say it's either his second one this window or it's his second one in the space of a year, because I think they either asked him to take a pay cut last summer or either this summer at the start of this summer.
I think
So-
it's not. They didn't.
Before I go, I just want to say one more thing.
Yeah.
On Chukwuemeka, the kid we signed,
Who?
I think
Chukwuemeka.
Just call him Dave.
I'm just going to call him Chucky from now on.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chucky's good.
I'm going to murder that name every time I say it. Chucky. I think this kid's going to be an absolute baller because I saw him play. I remember him playing against us, and he made our defense look whack. I mean, he dribbled through our team. So I think that this kid is, and I wouldn't
personally think
people Jester rates
I
youngster
personally-
people. Look, people Jester rates youngsters.
His compilation is very impressive.
I think Jester rates youngsters. It's just that he doesn't want a team full of youngsters.
And
I think Tuchel wants him on the first team.
he is staying.
Yeah, he is.
He does, but I think it's only going to be a rotation option. Like you'll see him in the cup games and so forth.
He's probably
I
going to
would be
replace some player
surprised.
2023
One
contract.
time.
I think
I
he'll
would be
play at false
surprised.
90.
False 9.
No, he won't. I think what this
He's
point
8.
is.
How he would play
Yeah,
false
I was gonna
9?
say, I think
He's attacking mid.
I
he
think you
played
might
most
say
of last
more
season.
when you got
He's
5
actually
subs.
played. He
He
played
played
the
most of
deepest
last
out of
season,
them,
yeah.
but what the hell?
Well, I
did
think
he-
what this for me, what this points to is I think it just gives more credence to what Koulibaly said in the interview. I think Tuchel might be looking to go to a 3-5-2 because if we're looking for another midfielder as well, plus then all the people that say that Mount plays better in the pivot or plays better in midfield when he's played better in attacking areas or whatever. And then you've got Carney. That's how I'll call him because I can't bother to pronounce his last name.
He
there
said
as
he
well.
likes to be called Carnes in his video, the announcement one.
Yeah.
So if you want to run with that.
Okay,
How
we're
hard
gonna-
it is to say Chukwuemeka?
No, he says he likes to be
Say
called
it 5
Carnes.
times fast, Alex.
Chukwuemeka.
I ain't getting clips saying it wrong. But yeah, like you look at that, plus then if we're getting another midfield signing in, it could make sense. Plus with the amount of attackers we might have leaving, and it doesn't look like we're trying to get that many replacements in, could make sense.
Yeah.
Wait, do you know
I'd
this-
actually
do
rather
you know-
say that too, Scott.
Do you know this thing? Like a lot of people will say, yeah, but like you guys Chili con carne, bloody hell.
I like that.
Yeah, a lot of people will say, yeah, like you guys are just not gonna do well because
Cut the minerals.
you guys are getting rid of. Johnny christened him last night. Pause.
I'm not touching
So-
that liquid football.
Whoa. Okay.
That's
Flip it up. But do you know what? I'm excited for our window, guys. Honestly, like I just want us to get a proper striker, a finisher, someone to for one season, get us over the line, win us FA Cup at the bare minimum, and all happy days.
If they get this Italian midfielder and they get Endrick, the Brazilian kid, the future is gonna be fucking insane, man. We're gonna have some serious talent.
FA
Serious.
Cup has never been a bad minimum for us. It's even more difficult than
By the
Club
way,
World
did
Cup
you
for us.
hear the new reports about actually FFP against Chelsea? This is
Mate, these lot.
no. We
FFP.
actually can spend up to 370 million pounds.
Oh
this
yeah,
season if
yeah,
we
yeah. I
want.
did see that.
Really?
Did see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, new owners get a grace period.
Because the reporter said that says that they said that the way, and another thing that the way was his name Abramovich sold the club, he makes sure that what's his name
Bowley?
no the player that went to Inter, Lukaku's 100 million was part of those wages, was part of those money that Abramovich did time to time, like he invested constantly. So the way he did it, so those the 100 mil is not on the new books, it's on the old books that they sold before. So as of right now, Roman what's his name?
Well, they financed Lukaku.
Lukaku.
They financed Lukaku purely through player sales last year. They sold 100 million worth of players and they bought him for 100 million.
So what happens is he's not gonna be on the new books and stuff like that. So compared to that, technically we're not taking a loss. So FFP does not get involved on all those things. So whoever we sell, it's additional towards FFP even further than 370 mil. And if people know, FFP is only for 3 years from now. So whoever we get spend money this season, FFP cannot touch us for 3 years.
I think that's what Barcelona are hoping.
Take care,
All right,
Jester.
Jester, big up.
Love.
See you, Jester.
Take it, Jester. I'm here for this. I'm
I think
here
I'd-
for this. This is music to my ears, guys. Yeah,
So-
400 M's. Let's
When
just
people slam
smash the
the old
market.
regime,
No,
make
no,
sure that you slam it for the right
The
way.
only problem with that is once you spend this money, who said
Oh yeah, you're gonna bring it
says you
on
can
Tuchel,
spend
aren't
it?
you?
Who says you can what?
I thought you're gonna blame Tuchel if it's all on
No,
Tuchel.
then you won't be able to spend that money moving forward. Like
No,
when
no,
those,
no,
if
he
you
can't.
spend,
Oh yeah,
No,
yeah,
you
yeah, yeah,
can't.
yeah.
you won't be
Yeah.
able to spend it moving forward. So
Yeah,
like, I'd
but
rather spend that money for the right
No,
players.
I
Yeah,
agree
but
with
that
you.
don't make a
300
difference.
If
That-
you spend 370 in this window, you do not have that 370 to spend. But it's a 3-year period. So, for example, you can, if you spend 370 this season and you spend some of it, then the third season you can come back to sell players and rebalance the books. Does it make sense? You can
Yeah.
rebalance
It
the books
does.
because it's a 3-year thing. They don't go year by year. They go 3 years. So, for example, if you
You're
spend
saying the
370,
audit happens 3 year once.
yeah.
All right.
So another
No, I'm not talking about the audit. I'm just saying they're not going to spend like 200 the next summer, or
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
Just like
yeah,
the 75 this summer.
Unless we
I was
sell.
asking about the audit. The reason why I asked that is because until that you can still have your books running the way that it was run like the next couple of years, and then you still be able to make all those big name signings in the third year because that's when the audit gets completed and you'd probably start afresh.
No,
Yeah.
that
what Alex
happens
is
every
saying,
year.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
the audit happens every year.
Yeah.
No,
Every
that's
year,
an
like-
audit that happens at a club level. So the
Yeah,
last
club
year,
level, not the
it's not the FFP audit. It's not the FA audit that happens every year. So last year, KPMG did that.
If
So
I
it's
have if I have their own edits, separate from FFP.
So
That's
this is
what
what
I'm-
you'd call an internal audit.
Mhm.
That generally happens in a firm, right? So it's like that, and that's what KPMG does for us every year, because our leadership group was something that was full of KPMG folks, retired KPMG guys. Eugene Tannenbaum and all of those people were from KPMG, so we prefer KPMG.
Anyway, we left in a good hands, and let's hope that the good hands will keep us in a good hands. Another thing
Do you
what
know-
he did is don't forget the 10-year thing. Todd Bowler in the group cannot allow to take money out of the club for 10 years.
Agreed. And you know what the thing is, yeah? The thing that I like about Todd and why I'm seeing it is as a good sign is that he is ambitious and he just wants the best players and the best not even coaching stuff, but the best directors of football. Like he wants the best and the best, and he's willing to go the extra mile.
Motivation.
Motivation.
Did
And
you-
even if he makes mistakes and even if he fumbles, I think with that mindset, you're eventually gonna have
He'll
a
bounce
good,
back.
yeah, you eventually fall on the right tracks. Whereas with Kroenke and the Glazers and all of these men, they don't give a shit. They just
Glazers did something a couple of days back. I believe they are now listing Manchester United as a shareholding, where they've got this opportunity for the fans to invest in the club, which means that the way that this basically is a bit of a public trick, is how I'd put it, because all these while it's always Glazers getting the negative name when the fans become part of it. It's almost like you guys are also investing, but then you don't really get a say because you still have the voting rights, but the voting right doesn't mean anything because these guys Glazers are still the major shareholder. These are certain things that these guys do to evade pressure from the fan base and from the general public, but then if you compare those American owners to what Todd Bowley does, it really is different, and I like to see where it goes.
I was actually gonna Daniel, are you still here?
Yeah, I think he is.
Yeah, he's on mute. He's on mute.
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, there.
Yeah,
he is.
I was gonna ask you about the Dodgers. Do you familiar with Dodgers at all, or no?
Yeah, I'm familiar with the Dodgers.
No. I'm saying like, do you know the players? Know how? Because I don't know nothing about baseball. What I heard is basically what was told with the whole saga with Chelsea, and somebody reported that between Chelsea and Barcelona, that Todd Bowley is actually creating this environment on specific reason that Todd Bowley doesn't think there's a bad publicity. So the spiel that we already signed Kunde before to the reporters, that was specific things from Todd Bowley, basically like a bring chaos, but there's no such a thing. It's a bad chaos. That's what I was trying to say. Is the Dodgers run the same way, or stuff like that? Because apparently saying that the Dodgers are actually bunch of like high rating baseball players.
They get blockbuster signings, but it's not. I don't think it's like chaos.
No, it's not. They're very well run. They have the most expensive payroll in baseball by a large margin, and they basically just go and take everybody's top player. If they can, they're like a lot of teams in baseball farm systems, and they'll promote youth through the farm system. The Dodgers said, "Fuck that! If they have any good prospects, they'll trade the prospects away for a guaranteed good player to take now."
But I don't see them winning the World Series a lot.
They just won the World Series. I think they've been in the last 2 or 3. They've been in like 2 or 3 World Series in a row. They beat my Rays, I think, in the World Series a couple years ago.
Oh, so Josh, are they like fully ambitious, or is it like a Man United thing where they just paid high wages for the sake of it?
It's not. They have the best players in baseball. The Padres just made a couple big trades to get a really good team, but the Dodgers have some of the best players in the game, without question.
So they don't rest on their laurels. They don't just sit there, relax, and say, "Yeah, we're the best."
They'll trade away prospects to get guaranteed the best players in the game.
So that's why Daniel wanted Bowley from the beginning. I see.
Okay.
I don't know if Dan is a Dodgers fan. I know he's in LA.
No, I don't know if he's Dodgers fan or not. I'm just saying that's the reason Daniel wanted Bowley to be the one from the beginning, because I didn't know who Bowley was. If I remember correctly, Daniel wanted the Bowleys from the beginning.
No, man, I wanted the Candy Man.
I know that. I remember that conversation, Candyman.
Candy.
As long as it wasn't the Ricketts.
And what happened to him, man?
He got caught. What
happened to that guy?
He's like on 6 foot away from kids tour.
That's hilarious, man.
Guys, your thoughts on Lewis Bate going to Oxford United?
Jesters would have loved to have been here for that one.
By the way, didn't Chelsea buy 2 youngsters, really good youngsters too?
Who?
Not Chukwuemeka. Did Chelsea buy some youngsters good too for the?
Amari Hutchinson, yeah.
Amari Hutchinson, yeah.
He's Arsenal's best prospect.
Nobody said.
Yeah, we got it from Arsenal.
He used to be. He's Chelsea fan. He was always been a Chelsea fan apparently. The kid.
Yeah, I think
we're taking a piss out of Arsenal.
I know it's beautiful.
He's got very good potential. He's
Aubameyang
really
and Hutchinson's going to be like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Oh, Sepper saying he's going on loan to Reading. Hutchinson going on.
They're sending him on loan. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Imagine Aubameyang just walks up. Hutchinson, yo, it's been a while. How you been? And then just playing football like. It's going to be glorious.
They're sending him where? Where is he going?
Reading.
Why did you snake Arsenal trophies? Why did you snake Arsenal?
Reading in the championship?
Yeah, they're in the championship.
Okay, cool.
They'll be like, what do you think of Arteta? Fuck Arteta. Say no more, me too.
Bring Arteta. I watched him do a team talk and he got the fucking photographer to do it. He's washed.
I think the reaction from the Arsenal fan base was a lot more animated than what I expected for Amari Hutchinson. I didn't think so they would have reacted that
because
way.
He was their next big prospect, and now he's already
kind of showed
Chelsea.
Exactly, kind of showed how much they value him.
Oh my God,
But yeah, it would be interesting to see how he turns up over the next few seasons. Bowley, what are you saying, my guy? Or DEFCON 5? What are you saying, bro?
Or Paranoia, one of your names.
The house is on fire, guys. Run away. The house is on fire.
What did I just say?
You must be in a positive mood today, at least. Linked to a couple players.
I am positive. We're losing a lot of bozos and clowns. I'm positive.
But I thought you said we're not going to lose it, man. World on fire. We can't lose all those players, man.
All these bozos.
Oh, no. Azpi's re-signing. We're fucked.
Oh, God. I mean... How do you guys talk about Aspi? And you said Aspi played like 27 games. I'm like, that's a problem. Like
for last season, yeah, but like we're gonna rotate.
I mean, now you wonder
why.
Josh.
Oh, yeah, big up, guys.
Bless,
big up.
Now you wonder why we didn't challenge the league for the league. If Aspi plays 27 games, Alonso played 28 games. Suddenly you're not fighting for the league. You're fighting
because
for
our
top
depth
4.
weren't good enough. But like with defensive options coming in, we won't need to rely on Azpi as much.
Yep.
What
I'm
about
happy
if
with it.
Fofana comes?
If Fofana comes and like we have our back three already sorted,
We
if
are
we need
set.
No, I'm
Cucurella
saying.
to
So
play,
hold on. I'm saying. So you think if we have what's his name, Azpilicueta, and we're losing the games, and we're losing because of defense, and we have Fofana on the bench, and Tuchel will still start Azpilicueta?
No. Like you just because you're captain
That's
doesn't
my
mean you have to
point.
start games.
Who will start
Exactly.
Azpilicueta? Hopefully not. Who want to start Azpilicueta?
If it's sparingly, I don't mind playing him every now and then. I do think you can still get a result out of him. But it's just I do not want to rely on him for a string of
that people think since we got Azpilicueta is staying that we will see him as a 100% starter.
Hopefully he plays less than 5 games. Hopefully, I'm praying for that. Hopefully he plays 2 games and gets injured, never plays again. Horrible player.
You're hoping. Hold on. You're hoping injury on Azpilicueta. Do you know what it is? I like Azpilicueta. Like he could have done a lot of bad. He could have kicked up a fuss for not playing regular football. He could have.
Mad just listen to this shit.
He could have done a lot, man. I like him.
Let's not forget that we got him for 7 million, yeah, and he's definitely been worth that.
No, he has been a great service for the club. I respect that. He used to play a left back for us. Remember, guys? He used to play a left back for us.
Yeah, I remember that.
I respect the guy. I respect him. Not now. Now he's washed. I'm sorry.
I'm still gonna go ahead and say he's probably got another year left in him.
He 100% has another year in him.
Similar to Conte. I think they got a year left in him.
You can manage his minutes and get the best out of him. The same thing with Kante for Azpilicueta. It's just don't start them every single game.
But I'm excited for the season. Honestly, like before, I was scared with us. Potential
season starts tomorrow.
A week back, I would have wanted the season to start a couple of weeks.
Palace v Arsenal.
I think Palace is gonna beat Arsenal. I think Arsenal fans are hyping. They have a good preseason. So has Palace. Palace have a good preseason. I watched their last game.
Guys.
They're gonna
Arsenal beat Spurs. Arsenal beat them in the preseason. What are you talking about? Crystal Palace.
I know many teams beat.
Still Alonso though. I see declared just sent from Absolute Chelsea. Defender Alonso is Barca's main goal. Then you left back. Nice, good. They're taking the one I'd rather they take. Perfect. Alonso, he can go. I'm all cool with that. Especially if Cucurella's coming in. We have no reason to keep him in here anymore.
Is there any
like I get it.
Lewis, if I may suggest, why don't you involve the comment section in terms of like, would you want Azpilicueta in the club or not? I think there's a huge amount of chat that is going on.
Like making a poll. He wants you to make a poll.
No. I saw a few people there. So I get Azpi has been overplayed for a good amount of years, which is a reason why he's been declining and all that. But that's just a reasoning for the situation that we're here right now. I don't really. What are people complaining about? I know people have said that some people are being a bit disrespectful to Azpilicueta. Fair enough. That's everyone's opinion. My opinion, and I don't think has been disrespectful, is just play him sparingly, and you can get the best out of him. Like, guys in the comments, be more specific on what you guys are talking about. Respect. Who prayed Azpi gets injured?
It was a joke. Oh, God.
That was you.
It was a joke. Come on.
You said? Did you say you wish he gets injured?
Sarcasm. Yep. Come on, sarcasm. It's a joke. Come on.
I hope for your sake it was sarcasm. I hope for your sake it was.
Yeah.
Right, that is wild.
You got a funny sense of humor, man.
That is wild.
I hope. Okay, wait. This is what I
don't wish injury on anybody, bro.
No. This is what I hope for Azpi. Relax, Lewis. This is what I hope for Azpi.
Only him.
This is what.
There is justice.
He malfunctioned.
There is justice. There is justice.
He malfunctioned. He malfunctioned.
Even the connection was like, nah, I'm not hearing that. You just said you want to get injured. Nah. That's all mad.
Fucking to injure Azpilicueta and never play again. What the fucking...
Yeah, I'll never wish injury on anyone again except Party. But no one else I wish it on. It is what it is. But yeah, Alonso,
I
if they
can
want
put in-
him, we got Cucurella coming in. That's our depth. Thank you for the memories. Now leave. Simple as.
See ya.
Do you know
Bye-bye.
what? We should have got. I'm not gonna lie. We should have got rid of Alonso at the point of him disrespecting Frank Lampard and just decided to get on the bus with him.
But I can go one
think
step
they
further.
tried.
I can go one step further. The season Sarri left, he should have left. Arguably, like he should have been gone then.
Yeah.
The season before,
That
like,
was
the
his
Frank
first
Lampard
terrible season.
I was gonna say, like, when I remember being there at the Etihad 6-0 and he's walking off the pitch after he's being subbed. He's full on just walking off the pitch.
He should have left after that game.
That was the same pace he was bending with. Too surprised.
Yeah, like he should have left after then. We kept him for way much longer than he should have been here.
Do you know what?
I think
you know what? I
to get rid of him. Rather than us wanting
yeah,
to keep him.
that one of them. But
he scores against Spurs, and then what?
That's true.
Sorry, OTC.
But
what were you saying? My bad.
He put in. The thing is, my problem with Alonso is that he wasn't putting in 100% on the field. He wasn't. I can tell he wasn't, man. He was strolling around. Like if you're slow, or you got bad touch and whatever it is, if you're putting in 100%, I can somewhat have a little bit of sympathy for you, a little bit. But this guy, I remember when Tuchel was running past or jogging past Tuchel, and Tuchel shouted at him, and then all of a sudden he picked up an extra bit of pace. Like for me, I don't think
There is a news about Colwill. As of today, Levi Colwill lives on loan to Brighton. It's not finalized yet, but it's almost there.
On loan?
Where did you see that?
That's the thing. On the Alonso thing as well, it's not
Chelsea
just like
loan army.
It didn't it not even just about he didn't care. It's like what annoyed me as well. Not didn't annoy me is like if you go back to like some of the streams that we were doing at the start of last season when Alonso was like playing well, or we were giving respect to Alonso. Most of the respect we were giving to him is because he was doing the basics right. That's how shambolic of a footballer you have to be praised for doing the bare basics of football correctly.
I will keep Azpilicueta versus Alonso.
100%.
So I'm not upset about Alonso. I'm okay with Alonso staying. I don't think he's dead as a center back. He's dead. Beat dead as a wing back. Center back, he can play. I'm not saying he can play all the games, but he can play. My thing is, I'm just happy Colwill is on loan only, and we move on. I just hope we still keep Fofana in the thing because.
Wait, how do you know Colwill is going on loan only?
Well, just report the loan army.
Wait, Alex.
Chelsea loan army Twitter account. I trust the kid.
Is it?
Felix?
Things
Yeah.
About, yeah.
Wait, Alex, do you reckon that it could potentially be a loan with a buyback option? Do you reckon it could potentially be a buyback option with that loan? Because I know they wanted to buy him as well. Or is it just going to be strictly...
What do you mean loan with buyback options?
I said like loan, like similar to Tomori.
Loan with options to buy.
Yeah.
Not buy back.
No, buy option. Well, yeah. Yeah, loan to buy.
I still
do you
don't
reckon
understand
that...
what you mean. You mean
no,
that
I don't think
Brighton
it'll be a
can
loan
buy
to
him?
buy.
Yeah, like Tomori. Loan, and then you could buy him afterwards.
No, it just says...
Like option to buy, I think it means.
Option to buy, yeah.
No. That's what I said, but he said, no, it doesn't look like. Just look at it. You go Chelsea loan army. After discussions today, Levi Colwill is now expected to join Brighton on loan only. On loan deal, not fully done yet.
You know
But
what?
then there's no specifics.
Hey,
if
Mr.
he's
Inja
gonna
Aspi's
have
back.
this
Let's go.
Yeah, it was karma. I will never say anything bad about Aspi. Aspi, I love you. So, Levi Colwill, I don't think it makes no sense. I'm not a Cobham star, whatever. But I don't think it makes sense getting rid of him, though.
It's to bring Cucurella in, bro.
It's on loan, man.
For loan makes sense. I said, like selling him like the reports yesterday. So I'm gonna talk about the reports yesterday.
But even selling him for £20 million or £25 million with a buyback, for me that's a great deal as well.
Well, legendary. He's going on loan. I love that.
Yeah, that's what I
This
said.
was
I
right.
love that.
Man said,
I love that.
take your scraps and fuck off.
Todd Bowley, you balled in full, man. I love you, man. I was on to him. I'm sorry. Yesterday, I had an agenda.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw you.
Come
put
on,
it
I said,
in.
listen, man. I'm on to you, man.
Look,
I'm on to you.
Loan
Same
makes
thing.
sense.
The best thing for him is going on loan.
Yeah.
Even if
Yeah.
we sell him buyback. Even if we sell him with no buybacks, the first thing. But loan, it's best thing.
And if you're Chelsea, you should be very careful about selling defenders. Like last 2 years, we sold or lost
I'm
5
not gonna hear
defenders.
from the guy who wishes one of the greatest defenders.
We lost or sold five
I'm not gonna
defenders
hear from that.
on the past.
You're not
2
gonna
years,
forget
right?
that, are you?
I'm not. I'm fucking.
Nah,
not.
you
This is just a
butted yourself
disgusting,
with
stupid
that
shit
one,
to
bro.
say.
He's gonna
They're
run
gonna
that
forget.
agenda. He's gonna run that agenda. I know. But what I'm saying is, it doesn't make any. I mean, for Chelsea, you gotta be careful about selling defenders. Last 5 years, we
Yes,
Cut off again.
there's a justice in there. By the way,
Like,
people hit the
Your
like buttons. We
connection
gotta
is
hit
as
the list.
inconsistent as Werner in front of goal, bro. This is
Yeah.
mad.
somebody hacked
Yeah.
me. Somebody
Russian
in chat.
did
He's
it.
hacking you, bro.
Somebody in the chat. Somebody in
Worse
chat.
than primes.
Jesus.
Nah, man. Were you on Virgin Media, BT? Were you on
McDonald's,
England.
bro.
England?
England?
I'm in England.
So do you guys about Showa? Do you guys think that this is gonna like push him to do better? Or is he gonna be on the bench more? What do you guys think will happen with Showa?
He'll be a backup, but it should if he's got the right attitude about it, it should push him to be better. If he doesn't have the right attitude about it, that in terms of he's not going to push himself to be better, then at the end of the day, that's not really the attitude of a player I want at this football club. Like if you're happy to kind of chill and be the backup, then like don't know if I want you at this football club.
500 likes.
And the thing is, like all the people I keep saying is that he's not going to be backup. He's like Cucurella is going to play centre back. No. Chilwell's been dead in pre-season and he's coming off a bad injury. Like Cucurella's starting for us, at least for this for the first start of the season until Chilwell's fit.
Definitely.
Until Chilwell's fully fit, Cucurella is starting.
This is finally starting to be like City, where like we have like world class, depth. Finally, we can compete the position. So this is good. This is really good.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? If they're happy to be there, they're happy to compete. That's fantastic. I don't want no Dean Henderson type of a player, bro. You just expect to start. Yeah, just because you're there, bruv. You got to fight for your place, bro. That's how it works. That's how the cookie crumbles.
Right.
Toxic players.
Yeah, we don't need that.
Anderson was saying a lot of things.
But by the way, talking of outgoings, though, we might have another one today. I think Charlotte are trying to get a deal done for Matt Miazga.
Oh yeah, another clown goal.
Matt Miazga, he's still with us.
Oh no. Anyway,
7.5 years or 6.5 years, whatever it is, of Matt Miazga.
Another clown hit the dust. Gone.
I swear to God, yeah. I swear. Sometimes I just think that I just want Chelsea just to pay me like 3K a week or something. I'll just keep my mouth shut. I'll do whatever. Yeah.
Chelsea, pay me a K a week.
Even be a ball boy.
Media.
Bruv, I'll be a ball boy, fam. Because these men are robbing a living, Matt Miazga.
Yeah.
Go further up if you want to talk about robbing a living. Look at Timo Werner. You want to talk about robbing a living.
Bruv.
Half our attack is robbing a living.
We're not really linked to any attackers, guys. Oh, sorry to interrupt.
Say that again?
We're not really linked to many attackers, but I think we might do that at the end of the window, right?
Just Aubameyang, Depay, Ronaldo. That's about it.
Wait, we're still linked to Ronaldo?
Apparently.
Yeah, Bolly hadn't ruled it out.
Late in the window.
I want Ronaldo,
That's what
guys.
it means. 94th minute. Sue. Let's go.
Listen, Ronaldo, one season.
If there is one thing that I've understood from this window, it is too early to call out this transfer window. I mean, the way that we are moving in this transfer window, we might actually win this window. People wouldn't have said that like a couple of weeks before.
It's possible, yeah.
Absolutely.
Especially with the reports that are coming out today, or the more reports coming out today that we're actually still trying to get Michael Edwards as our new technical director, or director, whatever. Right, if we get him, plus maybe a striker, maybe I'm saying this, I'm convinced Cucurella is going to happen. So if we get Edwards, maybe another striker, maybe another midfielder, and a couple outgoings, I don't care who they are, perfect window, 10 out of 10, perfect window.
Yep.
Tell me one thing: Michael Edwards has a very good contact, contact base in the Europe, right?
Oh, not just in Europe, bro. In Africa as well. Like he has quite a few.
Yeah. And Somalia. Has he got contacts in Somalia?
I don't know, but I think either him.
You want to get a flight booked or something?
I think either him or his number 2, who's just taken over his job at Liverpool, went to Egypt to speak with Salah directly, either when they were going to sign him or about staying or about like getting the contract signed or something. He had a massive hand in Salah making a big like commitment with Liverpool. I can't remember whether that was signing, like when they signed him or like when he signed a new contract. It was one of the two.
Right. You could be better than Luis Campos, honestly. He's really good.
He's on par. I still think Campos for me is the best, but he's at least on par.
Yeah.
Wait. This is with respect to Salah signing for Liverpool, right?
Yes.
I still attribute more of that to Chelsea than Michael Edwards because he was in Europe before that, wasn't he?
Say that again.
I'd still attribute that to Chelsea than Michael Edwards because he was still in Europe by that time, right? It's not that he was identified by Edwards, if that is what you're referring to.
No, he was identified though in terms of a player that would work because he wasn't like he was doing well at Roma at the time, but he wasn't pulling up trees. But it's more of the fact that I'm impressed that he's going to like Egypt directly to speak to him. Like he's not like he's actually making an effort with these players. I like seeing that from like a sporting director or whatnot.
You did. Salah was just on vacation.
Wait, guy. Wait, what? It's Wait, hold on, Lewis. Why is it trending National Boob Day? What the flip?
National Boob Day? We have a day for everything now.
If you look on the right-hand side.
I thought today was National Jump Day.
You saw the word boob and you start to giggle?
I'm sorry, yeah. I'm thinking, bro. I thought it's book. I thought maybe I need to squint my eyes a bit further. Yeah, and it weren't.
Yes, Kai.
You have dirty eyes.
What's up, people? How you guys doing?
We're all good. Lots of news today, bro. But what's your thoughts?
How's Magic Mike program going?
Good, bro. Good, bro. Still 10% body.
How's it?
That's good, man.
How's the Trump stamp? You getting butterfly tattoo on your back?
Okay, no.
I'll be nice. I'm in a good mood today, Alex. I'll be nice, bro.
You can't be девочка, man. You're gonna respond for this shit.
Hey, man, it's equality, bro. Equality. Hey, but bro, I'm happy, man. A lot of people complaining about Cucurella, forgetting that we had to watch Alonso most of last season. Cucurella is like top 3, top 5 in the league, man. For me, as far as left backs. For me, he's so fucking talented, man. He's almost 24 years old as well. If we get De Jong, man. That's it, bro. I got my satisfaction for the window. I can't complain.
Yeah, but a week ago you were crying. We most horrible club, most
bro.
disappointed.
What can I say, bro? I'm used to happiness and standards, man. What can I do, man?
Come on, Kai. You can't be
no patience though.
Kai, what are you saying about Aubameyang to Chelsea?
Who's coming to Chelsea?
Aubameyang. Obama Cloud.
Oh man. Obama who? Obama what? Hey,
Lewis,
if he signed, if he signed,
who's going to do that?
Lewis,
just for the trolls, man. I want him just for the trolls of Arsenal.
You have to get troops on if he signs. So we can.
If we do that. Any closer, I'll see if I can get a video or a stream running. We'll see.
Oh my day, that would be ideal, man. Because it'd be funny as hell, man. But I would like Obama, man. I wouldn't complain, man. I think he still has a lot to offer. I think it was unfortunate what happened to him with Arsenal, because I think he still is better than anybody who they have as far as attacker, man. They just played him out of position. They treated him like shit, so I wouldn't mind him, man. I honestly wouldn't mind him.
I wouldn't say they treated him like shit. He thinks he's a bigger. I think he's the same age pretty much as a manager, and it was always going to be the tension. Same as Lampard. And Azpilicueta, there's the same.
By the way, watch All or Nothing, man.
So far, watch
hilarious.
I watched the first episode.
Wait, guys, I haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna watch it. Yeah. I'm gonna watch it tonight. I'm gonna watch it.
OTC, don't worry, bro. I'm not gonna ruin it for you. I'm just saying, watch it, man, because it's.
But I am.
I think it's better than the City one. I think it's the way they have done it. It's better than the one that they made.
It's because
it's the same thing. It's the same thing, Kai. If you watch Arteta pre-game talk.
You know why it's not the same thing, Alex? You know
I know, but I'm saying
because of the owner.
Yeah, but Man City were winning though. That's
all I saw through the whole of All of Nothing is fucking Pep's forehead, bro. for 6. All I saw is Pep forehead.
That's what I was
Nobody
saying.
talk. Nobody talk.
Nobody talk. That's all I said, bro.
That's
Guys,
what
the
I was
Spurs one was
saying.
pretty good, honestly. The
But
Spurs one?
I think this one's
The
better.
Spurs one
man.
was good
Honestly,
too.
JJ, I think
Yeah.
this one is much better, like in depth, behind the scene how football works, though.
Oh yeah,
I
definitely.
watched
Yeah.
3 episodes, then I had to go, but I'm gonna continue after this.
I like the Spurs. No, the Spurs one was good.
No,
The Spurs.
Yeah,
one, I really enjoyed it. One, yeah.
But only because of
Kai,
Mourinho
you
was
have-
there. It was good, man.
Yeah,
hey,
Mourinho.
Kai, you have to wait till next week for the next 3.
Wait, how many episodes? Oh yeah, they do 3. Yeah, I forgot that. Yeah.
Yeah, they got
What I
8.
was- what
I
I was
just looked
saying,
it up,
the
so
reason-
it's next week and the week after. 2
We need one for
episodes, split
Chelsea.
them up.
We need one for Chelsea. I knew it won't happen with Roman
Nah.
because you never
Yeah,
know
bro.
what is hidden in the backstage. bro.
Some KGB officials walking down the corridor. Blur their faces. Blur their faces.
The only thing we have to hide in the back is Pizza Hut, bro. We'll be good, man.
You can watch in the corner. Lukaku's eating pizza in the corner.
Daniel says all or nothing Arsenal is very entertaining. That's about it. Yep, very entertaining. I'm still waiting for the last few episodes, even though we will skip 420.
Did you see it,
for obvious
You
reasons.
guys have
Watch
made
it.
me intrigued. I'm gonna watch it tonight.
Yeah.
Same.
Oh, please watch it,
Probably
man.
not gonna work
honestly.
tomorrow.
You're gonna be creasing. Get some popcorn
By the way,
out.
what's his name?
Yeah, watched it last night. It was really good.
What I was saying is the way he talks, it's like a Pep Guardiola's talk before the games. Like you can see.
Yeah, but he
he's
speaks
trying
better
to-
English than that.
I saw the
Same
surprised
accent, too. Same
how
accent.
well he speaks English, man. Yeah. Yeah, obviously the accent, but his English, like the way he like
Well, I think he
expresses
well,
himself.
he's
is
probably
better
because-
than Guardiola.
He's been in
No, yeah, of
England for
course.
so
Yeah,
long.
he's been in England.
Bro,
for so
Aguero
long.
been here all his life. He still can't say how are you, bro.
I know.
In
Well, so
comparison with Pep.
does what's his name?
Costa.
Costa.
Yeah, but Costa has Costa has the IQ of a jellyfish, bro. So it's not that hard, man.
Costa
Not
is a
jellyfish,
nutcase, bro.
man.
He is,
Do
man.
you know what? I would have loved to see Costa just growing up, like how he was. Like, how was he in school or something? Like, was he just throwing chairs across the room or something?
It's me
Really,
in
man.
school.
He would have bullied you, HTC.
Yeah, definitely, bro. He would have flipped me into the bin. He would have flipped me into the bin.
Yeah.
Do you
I
guys
would've
remember
flipped
when
me.
he was?
It's me, I swear.
Boys, did you talk about Fofana yet, or you didn't talk about it?
I don't think
Just briefly,
Fofana is
yeah.
coming since Azpilicueta is.
Let it rip, Kai. Speak your mind.
Bro, for me, I think we can handle the next few fixtures without him. But overall, the season, I don't think we have enough center backs to go forward, man. So I think if they want to sell him, let's buy him.
Hey,
If not, let's
we
move
got
on,
the
man.
greatest one, the captain, the legend, the Azpilicueta.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Just signed the two.
Oh, Azpilicueta's shorter than me, man. So I don't know if he should be playing center
Wait,
back, man.
That
do
doesn't,
you know what,
that
guys?
doesn't,
I
that
don't think
doesn't
so.
make
Kai
you.
knows that he signed a 2-year extension, or he's probably going to sign a 2-year extension contract.
Yeah.
Kai, do you
Is
know
he?
that?
Wait, did he? Oh, Alonso,
Yeah.
I want Alonso to leave though. Like I
Yeah,
don't mind
Alonso is
Azpilicueta,
leaving.
but if Alonso fucks up, I don't care, man.
If
Wait, would that
Cucurella's
be
coming,
on top of his
Alonso's
1 year?
leaving.
Annoying, slender man, looking cunt, man. I'm glad he's gone, man.
I would have probably had Azpilicueta like 1 year plus.
Yeah, we're not allowed to
another
cuss
year
anymore. Why
extension.
is there here?
Yeah, but didn't we already trigger 1 year? And now it's going to be a 2 on top of that. Aspie's going to be here for 3 seasons.
It's
that's
not
the case.
2 on top. I think it's 2-year total.
Okay, so maybe
That's
next
not
year we'll
including
sell
the
him.
one we triggered.
Are you guys? I'm actually when I was thinking about it, right? I wasn't as annoyed about it. You know why? Because now we don't have to worry about the right back and an extra center back position, right? And then we can work on what we are now. So if we get De Jong,
Exactly.
I wouldn't mind that the thing was because I know that we improved in one area, then we have less to improve on the next window, you know. So I wouldn't mind, to be honest, man.
Do you know
I see
another
people
thing as well?
complaining about it because they just want to get rid of him, man. They don't think about the process of where we should go.
The depth.
They think let's just do it now. Yeah, let's just get rid of him now. Like they
The
think it's
question
that
to-
easy. They just get rid of everybody. And
Do you know another
have
thing?
players, man.
Another
question
thing, yeah,
to-
is that one thing,
go on, bro.
VJ. January last season, I don't think we bought a player in January.
Did we?
What
Nope.
if
Yeah,
you
we did.
Lewis,
would
No.
you?
can you put Big Ron's comment for me, please?
Yeah, would you guys like? I don't know. Would you guys go all in for a couple
Yeah.
positions, but leave
Big
one
Ron.
until January?
I will put Alonso statue the minute that you put Wan-Bissaka's at Old Trafford.
Wait, Big Ron is a United fan. I thought he's a Chelsea fan.
Yeah,
All along, man.
he's not.
No, he's
Chelsea,
United
he's
fan.
United.
Why would you do that to yourself, Big Ron, bro? Why?
Could
Wait,
you repeat
is
the
it got a
question?
picture?
Struggle.
Wait,
What's
wait.
the name of
I'm
Ronaldo?
happy to buy a couple players now and then maybe buy one bad boy player in January. But I don't know who that bad player is going to be. I'm willing to risk a centre back until January. Buy a centre back in January.
Now let's get it all done now.
The only potential he can be is
I think centre back now, and De Jong. If we can get De Jong now, I would honestly, I'll be over the moon.
I was going to say that.
Me too.
I love that guy.
The
man.
position that I'd be like, or the two positions I'd be okay with doing that, like for January, is like a right wing back, a backup right wing back, and maybe like another striker if we don't get one in. If we have the chance to get...
It's a 1 year extension for Azpilicueta.
Wait, I think some breaking news.
No, he signed the 2-year deal.
Oh, is it?
Austin just said it. Azpilicueta agrees 1 year extension to the contract.
It says 2 year. I've got the tweet up here.
Yeah.
It says 2 year.
Yeah, but we already in 2020.
That means that a year plus 1 year. He has a year now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Declare was right.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. My bad.
The total is 2 years.
See, I thought it was going to be like, because he's already got 1 year, you might have signed another 2. It could have potentially been a 3.
I don't understand why people are so annoyed about it. We obviously we're spending money. Obviously we have ambition. Obviously we have a plan in mind. So I don't understand why people just want to get rid of Azpilicueta and not replace him. Like, who cares? Like, it's
exactly. I agree.
Have nobody.
I think there would have been a difference in his wages.
Alonso is the bigger problem for Chelsea than Azpilicueta.
Yeah, exactly.
Alonso's replacement anyway.
Exactly.
I think Tuchel is doing this just to also get back at Barca too, because they were just,
I don't think so. I think he actually offers something backstage as far as like
that as well.
Leadership.
That as well.
Yeah.
100%.
We weren't going to get much for him anyway.
Not every Chelsea fan wishes Azpilicueta career injury.
Bro, whoever wishes career injury on Azpilicueta needs to go outside.
You gonna run with that agenda for real?
The sun,
you got time.
Lady, man,
You said it. You weren't sarcastic. Just the backlash that you saw. That's the reason you said it. It was sarcasm.
Oh my god, I must be a killer.
You are. You're a baby killer.
Who's a killer?
Assassin.
I don't know.
Say it right, man.
I don't think you would survive very, very, very much, man, as an assassin.
I think getting Frankie De Jong this window.
Last few points because I got to wrap up.
Yeah. So I think getting Frankie De Jong this particular season, this window, and maybe this person, Carney. Yeah. I think it's something that symbolizes we might lose out both the midfielders, Kante and Jorginho. I mean, to an extent, 2023 is their the contract end date, so maybe we lose out on both of them.
Would any of you mind that, though, Legion?
No.
Sorry.
Would anyone mind that? Like, if we replace one of them with De Jong, I wouldn't mind it.
No, I want that to happen actually.
Yeah. I'm the same. Yeah. I think Jorginho. I like Jorginho. I like the fact that he has a bromance. Him and Koulibaly is going for romantic.
If we get De Jong, say bye to Jorginho, though.
I don't mind.
This is a better thing, right? Rather than how we.
Young offers something new because the way we play, he's perfect for our system.
No, and this is
I think De Jong is better with the defensive six, but we're still not there. But he definitely better than.
No, I mean an improvement. I mean what we have now. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he
do you guys think we can pull a De Jong? £68
million is nothing for a player of his quality, man.
You guys think we can pull a deal?
Yeah,
100%.
I think if United can, I think we can, because we are.
Right now, De Jong is extremely unhappy at Barcelona.
Uncle Jester, when are you
got
gonna?
What you wanted, bro. You were correct. They're taking their scraps and fucking off.
Uncle Jester, when your channel starts, I forgot to ask you.
Yeah, and send me a link to it as well, so I can start promoting it for you too. I'll start putting it in the
send me the link too, so I can get it demonetized, bro. Send it.
What?
Guys.
Right, but guys, we gotta wrap up anyway. I do have to head out. A big up everyone that's locked in. We'll be back tomorrow. Same news. I literally have to head off. I've got an appointment in half an hour. I have to go. Sorry, guys. I would have kept it running. But we'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place, same channel. You guys already know. We'll probably be linked with fucking, I don't know, Falcao's 2012 corpse or some shit. I don't know. We're linked with everyone nowadays. But yeah, big up everyone.
Thank you, Lewis. Appreciate it.
Yeah, take care,
everybody.
Fellas,
Hope nobody
always
gets
up the show.
career-ending injuries in the teams.